Uh, error? Oh, shoot. Oh, now I'm live. Oh, okay. Huh. Hi. Give me an error message so I'm not 1000% sure I'm streaming. Because of this, please spam chat. Tell me that I'm here. Cause I mean I can see you responding. Alright, cool. Hello. I'm gonna do a few things. I want to read some of the comments. I want to react to some of the comments because they said some very interesting things. That'll probably do that later. But first, mainly, I want to go into my production world, or onto the server, and just you can look at everything, how the whole thing was made. Ask me questions along the way. The chat is small enough that I can probably answer all of them. In fact, just so I don't have to switch between tabs, I'll open up the stream chat on my phone so that I can. Hang on, it's loading. A lot of people are saying, how's the train moving? Yes, I know that's the biggest thing. It's complicated, except it's not really. No, Google. I don't want to find restaurants nearby. I'm trying to open my live stream. Okay. Canadian, where Among Us Vault 2? I think Mining Blob's actually building that. The stream could totally be lagging. Okay, hang on. Okay. This might be better. I had the stream. I just opened it on my phone. I like literally predicted that it was going to lag, and it seems like that's what's happening. So I'm just gonna not do that, and this will be marginally less laggy, I think. So, all right, let's just hop into the world. That's or into the server. I had a world too. Oh my gosh, look at Aternos. Sorry, they're just really selling out. Anyway, this is the mask, by the way, on my server. I just thought that was cool. That's been the icon for a while. Did you see Alms was in a Mr. Beast video? I did. Yeah, that was a really, really old Mr. Beast video. It was like before. I think it was before, like when it was recorded. I'm pretty sure I had just barely finished the trilogy of Alms Debunks. Okay. Oh shoot, that's there. Okay. Let's not look at that. Did you talk with Ivory about Sven joining? No, not at all. I just asked Sven if he wanted to join. He's gonna be in the other one, the one that this was a premiere to. So the first thing I want to say, actually, this video was originally just going to be like a trailer. That's all it was gonna be. It was just gonna be a short trailer for my Daedalus Labyrinth escape, but it ended up being so long. It's pretty much a full video. So I didn't put like trailer in the title or anything. Yeah, that's alright. So, it all started with me just building an obsidian box. I'm telling you this because it will be very important for later, because there's a huge question. One of the dumbest questions that I keep getting asked in the comments, which is kind of my fault. But anyway, I basically just built a train, alright, and then I just sat here for an entire day and planned out the entire... You can see all these anvils. This was just me messing around, trying to come up with every idea. This was what the old storage car looked like. This was a list of all the storage items. And I was just planning. This is what the old cell looked like. And the barrels. It was just me planning every single scene. And obviously this is not what the train looks like now. I'm just gonna keep switching tabs because I don't want to open up the stream on my phone because it's probably gonna lag again. But what's your favorite part of the video? Oh, that is a really good... I think I know the answer. I'll tell you when I get there. Did you really get the train to move with mods, or was it editing? No mods. We didn't have any mods. It was just a lot of camera tricks, which we'll see once we get to the first set. Over here, you can see the ruined portal, which I just yoinked from a vanilla world. One thing that someone said in the comments was, I'm 99% sure there can't be an enchanted golden apple. I feel like some of you might already know. Yes. This is possible. This is a valid loot table. I checked the wiki and I checked actual ruined portals to confirm that the wiki was correct. And then here's the little unit of the bridge that Corey made. I think that's the only part of the set. Oh, and the train. Corey also made the train. The train and the bridge. Everything else was made by everyone else. Are you actually a cat boy? I don't think that's really related, but... I don't know. It depends on what counts. So the first set is just in the void. It's not the first one that was recorded, but it's just this massive unit of... Ignore that. Massive unit of bridge that I just / stacked. And the first way that I show the train moving, the most straightforward way... Oh, you can... well, ignore the lack of track, is to just copy the entire thing and / move it, right? That's what you see in the really far out shots. Like, say, for instance, it's like way out here, the camera's here, and you see the train like this. Then I'm just moving the train, because there aren't any entities on it, so it doesn't matter. But, when there are people on it, we just take the entire bridge. We have one person who's in spectator copy the entire bridge and start pasting it, moving it backwards. So when, for example, you see someone standing here, and they're like, did he jump? Then I just have the track copied, because I'm not in that scene. It's only the other two actors. I just have the whole track copied, and I'm / moving it. Which, by the way, is why it's stretched out like this. I was moving the track this direction, so that when I speed up the footage, that's another thing. Almost every single scene where you see movement, the footage is sped up. When they're standing here, that cause you can't do / move that fast, even if you or at least I can't. All right, let me look back for questions. So he isn't Canadian and he isn't a cowboy under certain definitions. Yep. Okay. Now the question is, do we just... Dude, this is insulting. I have more concurrent viewers on this stream than I did on the pre-video stream. Actually, no, not quite, but... Let me just go to the next set real quick. After that, I want to open the video and I'll just go scene by scene and talk about things, give some director commentary. This is where most of the shots with big mountains were recorded and where the thumbnail was taken and stuff. Same idea, you know. All these mountains were not built by Corey, who is like our builder. They're the person who just builds everything for me. They built Daedalus Labyrinth and Elio Citadel, almost all my sets, but they weren't free, mainly because of school. So, we just got some of the actors and spent like 2 entire days just trying to figure out how to make like noise texture and how to use the smoothing tool and how to get like the layers with the dirt and the snow. We figured it out. I think it looks fine until you look closely at some other sections like this where we made some mistakes and had to... You can kind of see... I think it's fine. Someone built a waterfall. I don't know. I hope that showed up in the video at least once because they thought the waterfall was very cool. This is the most inescapable train in Minecraft without outer bands. It should, dude. Imagine a train with outer bands. Oh, yo, we've got a bot. We have a bot. All right, bot is gone. By the way, how will the train escape from the track? Yeah. We'll never know. Great, it got deleted. Okay, alright. So one other thing, I think, oh actually there's two other sets I want to show real quick. Maybe three, whatever. Here's where the train, now obviously, when there's a bunch of fights going on top of the train, we can't be, we can't be moving giant bits of the set. And we also can't move the train, right? Like, we can't move the train while people are on it, and we can't move this amount of mass without it looking really janky and laggy and without a lot of, like, lighting errors. There are so many lighting errors that happen when you move this amount of mass. So that's why I decided to just have the train move onto the bridge and just pretend it's on a giant bridge in the void so that we don't have to move any background. Which is pretty cheap, but I mean, I don't want to have someone constantly moving a giant piece of background for the entire video. That would look, we'd never be able to make it look good. I'm just realizing now a lot of these, we got lazy and just copy pasted the same textures. Like this is the same as this is the same as that if you look close enough. But zoomed in the video, it's kind of hard to tell. So here's the tunnel, of course. The tunnel does actually appear out on the other side. And then we got lazy and didn't go back to the other bridge set, so I just stacked the bridge again. And then, like, the next half of the video was recorded right here. Well, actually, not the next whole half. I think we moved to a completely different bridge after that, but... You could use create, but I guess that would still be like, yes, it would, and it ruins some of the other scenes I had planned. I also didn't have time to learn how to use it. But yeah, I know create mod would have definitely been an option. Which a lot of people thought it was. But no, it's just animation. There's one other scene, one other set, and that's these ones over here. I used two, just one for backup. This is for the scene specifically where I'm inside the train at the beginning, so that someone can move the scene and it's not a lot. Like, there's not a lot of blocks in frame. And, crucially, this is the exact same texture that's like 50 blocks wide, repeating over and over again, so that we didn't have to make a giant thing, and that way it'd be easy to move it back. I don't know if people notice that, but yeah, it's the exact same repeating texture over and over, except there's one exception, whereas there's the one with the ruined portal. This ruined portal, oh my gosh, what happened to this track? Oh shoot. I think someone accidentally moved the this over. Oh, I could see what happened. But anyway, moving this portal was a nightmare, because there's a shot where you have to see. Okay, I need you to understand the pain here. You need to see this entire portal moving when you're looking at this angle, but you also need to see this track moving. You need to be able to see these slabs and also this like stone and this andesite. They have to be moving because you can tell if they're not moving. But you don't need this part of the track moving. So I had to, actually, I want to see if I can find this command. I made this absolutely absurd command real quickly. I won't find it, but it's this really long command, because the copy selection goes, like, it overlaps with where the train is. That's the issue. It has to, like, one corner is here, one corner is, like, right here, and one is up here. And so if you started moving this, the entire train would move with it. Like, this, like, little edge of the train would start moving. So we had to make it so it only stacks stone, grass, dirt, snow, slabs, andesite, all these things. I had to just list them all into the one command, but when you type a command, not in a command block, you can only put so many characters, so I had to clear out, like, there was a bunch of andesite, and there was, like, iron ore in the walls and stuff. There was gravel in the texture here. I'm pretty sure there's still gravel on this side. Yeah, this one still has texture. This side doesn't have texture anymore, because I wanted to make it as few blocks as possible. I even had to remove some of the fancy blocks from this, like chiseled stone and stuff, just so we could fit every block into the command and manually move it. Hence why there's also snow here, because I don't want the snow on top of the train moving. Or I mean a white carpet. We turned this into white carpet for this scene. So if you look really closely while I'm in F5, you might just be able to tell that this is carpet, not snow. I'm not sure, I didn't see it, but it might be possible to point that out. Let me look back for questions again. Next video release date? Soon. Okay, not very long from now. I'm not, it's certainly not 5 months. So I'm definitely back. How did you figure out the snow and iron bars glitch? I kind of half discovered it. I'll say I discovered it independently. I don't like saying discovered it myself, because I don't know if, like, it's a thing it's been around. I learned it myself, like, just messing around. What I did, what I got showed, I was hanging out with my friend Weefies. You know Weefies? We were just, you know, chilling as you do. And he showed me this wall glitch, which some of you might know. I never knew this at the time. But if there's, like, a hole like this, you can glitch into it the same way by just because a wall is taller than a block. And so if you're standing here when you place the block, then you can see I'm clearly over the wall right now, but my hitbox isn't like half a block up. Like, it should be like this. That's how it should look. It should look like I'm floating when you see the hitbox. But when you place a block here, it doesn't. And then you can just walk in. And so I knew that that was only possible because a wall is taller than a normal block. So I started experimenting, and I wondered if you could do the same with something like just a glass pane of the same height, but then use a block that's slightly lower. The original glitch, which I used in my escape room I gave to Captain Sparkles, just used soul sand, which does the same thing because soul sand is slightly lower than a block. You can also do the same with mud. It's mud, soul sand, and snow. I thought snow was the coolest, so I used snow. In fact, the whole reason this place is even in snow, like the whole reason that this takes place in a giant snow biome, is because I wanted to use that glitch, and I wanted an excuse for there to be snow in the windows. It's all just for that glitch. And I love that glitch. It's probably my favorite crawl glitch. Alright. How did you approach the script writing for the video? Any tips you have? I hate script writing. My tip is don't do it. Don't write scripts. Ever. Okay. I'm going to be completely serious now. You know how it's been 5 months since I've uploaded? 3 of those months have been spent with me just very, very slowly and painfully trying to write the script for that big, like, full-on, like, Minecraft movie I was talking about. I am so bad at writing scripts. I cannot make them sound right. I cannot make them feel natural. It takes forever. And I'd write like just a couple words a day. That's it. That's literally like the whole reason that I haven't been uploading is because of that script. I blame the script fully, in fact. You know? The reason I'm dead is because of scripts. Never write scripts. Or, you know, get practice with them. I'm just bad. I think it would be hilarious if you visited in Daedalus Labyrinth by Weefies. Well, you'll see. You'll see what happens, but... Canadian engineer of reality. Train. Create recently added trains. It must be create. Yeah, that's definitely why a lot of people thought that was... How did you not die in the crystal scene? I had a blast... Well, actually, I should just get to the video and start talking scene by scene, but that was legit. It was an easy mode, and I had a blast-proof helmet. Blast Prop 4 helmet, that's what it's called. In the bright side, in the animated master. I'm glad people think this is a good video. Yeah, this is all the sets. So, yeah, let's open the video. Let's open the video. The big question is, should I open it on YouTube or in Media Player? Probably just Media Player, because I don't have an ad blocker. I think it might be better to use an outline instead of a script. So, well, see, I use an outline most of the time. All my videos, none of my videos are scripted. I just, like, memorize the jokes I'm going to say, and then I just say them as I go, like, as I'm making fun of, you know, whatever. But when you involve other people, you need a script. So, I think it's mainly just having videos that have other people, that have actors. Not only do you have to write lines that aren't cringe, because they're going to judge you for it, but you also have to make sure that they understand the right tone. I had to have people re-record the lines really frequently, because they weren't quite, they didn't quite fit. And it doesn't help that most people are not great voice actors, myself included. I had to re-record my own lines tons of times. It's easier because I can just re-record them, but to ask other people to send them is harder. Scripts are so bad. Why is someone spamming F? Alright, you got 5 seconds of attention, and now you're muted. Just play all the people yourself. Actually, in the Hopper video with OMS, I was playing both accounts. I had an account on my... In fact, some of those were literally recorded in a LAN world, not even on a server. But I just had... I think I used Corey's account, because I have Corey's account details. I just opened it up, and if you look closely in my Hopper video, there's never a point where both people are moving at the same time. I just switched to one tab, and I moved the head, and then I switched to the other tab and moved the next person's head, because I didn't want to ask another person for help. Like, I had people I could have asked, but I just... I just decided to play both. You should collaborate with Ivory. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how we could get that arranged. I only just joined, so I don't know if someone asked. Train world down. You guys really want a world download of this? It's just, it's a big mess. This is, oh, Watto made this throne. There, you can see some of the sand that Cat used to make, some of this wasn't replaced with stone, but that's how it was done. It was done with, like, yellow sand, or yellow concrete powder, you know. I mean, it's just a really ugly download when you when you look at the ugly side, okay? This is some of the... you can kind of see what happened there. Wait. Dude. Why is there a stack of snow? I don't even know how some of these world edit bugs came to be, but it's not a great world. It's just a mess. The Dream SMP also just had outlines and a few... Yeah, but you can't... Outlines work better for streams, because, first of all, they're all, like, creators. They're all literally streamers. They know how to speak and how to articulate and how to act. Like, very basic. They have a very basic understanding of how to react to things and how to feel immersed. Just regular 15-year-old kids do not. Which was, like, the average age of the people in this. Like, 15 to 16, maybe 17. Not that it's an age thing, but just, like, just your random friends do not have that experience. And second, I think I mentioned the stream thing. It works on stream because like the stream can last as long as it needs to. This has to fit within the bounds of my audio, like the music that I pick. I need every scene to fit before, like, the drop of a certain part in the song, and so I can't have them just rambling, especially because I need them to react to each other, right? Will you do any more prison videos? Yes. I mean, depends on what you mean by prison, but, like, yeah. Why did you unlist the prequel thing? Oh, that unlisted video? No, that was a secret. Actually, so I should explain that. Wait, let me real quickly see if I have the Hopper video downloaded. Ignore my downloads. I hope there's nothing weird here. Oh, that's the city I used. You can just see a bunch of prisons. I don't think I have the hopper. But anyway, in the hopper world, there's this one place. Actually, wait a minute. I know where this starts. I know where this ARG starts. The train movement was just command blocks, or it's cardboard. Again, yeah, the train only moves when it's like third person. Anytime you're inside the train, it's just the texture behind you moving. I just have someone on either side pushing it, and then I speed up the footage by like 16-fold, and then I move really slowly. Actually, let me give you a sense of what that kind of looked like while I try and find what I'm looking for. So while I'm inside the car, I will literally just let me find where the prison car is. When I'm standing here and you see the texture moving really fast, I turn on cinematic camera. I have a preset thing for that, and I'll just do this. And then when I speed up the footage, it looks like I'm just turning around, and the background behind me is moving at like a decent speed. So it looks realistic. Oh wait, yeah, there we go. So that's what I mean by camera tricks. It's a lot of time related stuff. The getting the gold ruined portal, for example, had to be done really slowly too. Because I had to be able to pick up all the items, and also it had to look like it was moving fast, even though the people who were pasting the command weren't moving it that fast. They were not typing / move very quickly, and that took forever to edit. Let me see. I did not mean to just compare you to... Oh no. You should make AI generate an escape plan / video script and then try to use it for a bit. Dude, I actually have this video idea. It's not anytime soon because I have some better video ideas planned, but I want to know just what you guys think about this. I want to take every single script from OMS and CWAT Gaming and Wi-Fi's and my own escape videos, like my own Hopper video, take all of those scripts and put it into an AI. I figured out how to do this, so it's definitely something I can do. Just put them all into an AI and have it write an escape room script, and then I will build the escape room that complements that script, and then I'll just go through it in a video. Like, and there will definitely be like random just things appearing out of nowhere and scenes changing, and it'll be completely continuously inconsistent because the script won't know what was in the past. But yeah, that is definitely an idea I've had. Maybe second channel thing. Maybe, yeah. The thing is, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to type out the whole scripts. I did one script and it took me like a couple hours, and I don't want to take the auto generated script, the closed captions, because those are gonna make the script just grammatically poor. So I mean, maybe I could hire people to do it. Catboys box with your cinematic skill, that would be amazing. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna open Chrome and hope I don't get myself, dude, please tell me I'm not doxing myself. Please tell me I'm not doxing myself. Alright. No doxing going on. No doxing. Ignore whatever. This is my second channel. What was I gonna find? The community post, right. I was just gonna explain some other person's question that I got distracted from, but I made a community post a bit ago. This one, which said next video's cast. This is referring to the Daedalus Labyrinth escape, which clearly wasn't the next video. It took me too long, and I decided it wasn't worth trying to finish it. But as some people noticed, which was good. I was surprised people actually found it. This was the first step to the ARG. Not really ARG, but up here are some coordinates. 166, 64, negative 11. So, if you don't know where those coordinates are going to lead, you can just start checking around, and you'll find that they actually go to my most recent download. They go to the Hopper video, the Hopper download. If you go to those coordinates, I don't have it right now, but you'll find a Birch sign that has a video link, and it's the link to that video. And I wanted it to be something people had to look for to find, like hidden lore. I don't know if people have theorized much about the lore yet, which would be kind of weird. It's not like very profound lore. It's just kind of like, this isn't a full-on. People keep calling it a cinematic universe, which, you know, it's just some guy with dementia. But that's what I wanted it to be. And I'm gonna keep it unlisted because it doesn't feel like a full main video worthy thing. Yeah, I like the idea of it being something you find. When you click on it and you see it's unlisted, it's only got a few views. It's like, oh, I found this cool hidden thing. Bro, I was guessing Data. Yeah, I know Daedalus Labyrinth did not surprise a lot of people as what I was doing. But it would have been a bigger surprise sooner if it didn't take so long. And if you don't literally look at my escape list and see that's the only thing listed. Ken Lore is just Mithrogards guarding Alms in his Hopper world. So will you do prison videos, not escape rooms? On this channel, yeah, probably not very much on the main anymore because they get way less views. If you look at my last escape, it has like 50k compared to hundreds and thousands and millions. So, you know. I have decided a whole Discord server dedicated... I have a whole Discord server dedicated to analyzing and theorizing on the lore. Nice. That's cool. That is very cool. Let me find the video in my folders, and then I'll go through it really quickly, scene by scene, just to give a bit more what's the word that starts with con? Commentary. It starts with C-O-M, not C-O-N. What did I call it? Oh, this one. This is it. It's got a weird name. And let me get to my OBS to find it. Wait, can I not get OBS to see the media player? Wait. It's not listed. Shoot, maybe I can't. Maybe I should just do it in YouTube. That'd be easier. Honestly, the reason for Escape is making lore so they can put music to cool action scenes with that. We do that anyway. Collab with Weefies? Oh, I have. Yeah, I'm in his second, one of his second channel videos. I did his 1.19 escape room. I did not do very well as I did not know any 1.19 stuff back then. Are you going to keep debunking fake escape rooms? See, the problem with that, the big problem with that is, it's hard to do when there aren't any. That's my series of debunking escape rooms is like self-killing, because ever since I started making them, like ever since they started blowing up, I should say, not when I started making them, but when they started like popping off, a lot of people saw them, started to realize that, oh, my escape rooms are pretty lazy. I could probably make them better. I could probably like make them at least remotely rigorously checked so I don't get annoying comments like that, and so I don't end up on this guy's channel. And then everyone started taking their escape rooms more seriously, which ran me dry of content, which is why I only made videos on Alms, because he was the only one who did not. He just did not care to try harder. His rooms were consistently bad to the end. What if for things you speed up, you use a tick rate changer? Oh, that sounds hard to figure out how to do. Oh, F guy is back. Anyway, he's gone. So, yeah, okay, let me open up the video. I'm just gonna get it on YouTube. I don't have an ad blocker, so I'm probably gonna stream an ad, but who cares? Just the one mid-roll when we get there. Okay, hear me out. Force one of your friends to make a fake channel and do bad escape rooms. I saw this guy. I don't remember the name of the channel, but some guy just created a channel, made a very bad escape room with just some obvious, like, mistakes. Actually, I've seen this multiple times. People have done this multiple times. And then the title was something like, this escape room is bad so that Canadian can debunk me. Like, Canadian, come please debunk me. Which I never did because they weren't that good. I mean, I know they were bad, but they weren't, like, funny bad. They were just, like, it was just kind of the same things I had already made fun of other people for. Yeah. I guess I do get the point that escape rooms probably have improved in general on YouTube just because of that, as a positive. But if I'm not getting content, then not a positive. Welcome to Ad World, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna switch to Chrome, and we'll watch this, and I'll talk about things or something like that. Get yourselves prepared. All right. Let's see how this begins. This is such a bad video. Oh my gosh, who made this? I'm trying to remember why I decided to start this with a clip from the unlisted video. 'Cause people won't recognize this. The main point of this was to show a bunch of clips of things people will recognize. Actually, I do like this. It's something new. You get to see me with the mask, which is what everyone's waiting for, because that's the cliffhanger at the end of the last one, is now Canadian has the mask. You don't get to see much of it, though. This is just showing memories of what I did with the mask, which I guess was destroy some random city and kill civilian. I don't know. I don't know my own lore. I want to say this first. There was one comment that said, "I'm glad this took 5 months." Like 5 months was worth the wait. We now know why it took you 5 months to make this. This did not take me 5 months. This first half, like just this sequence right here, was like half the editing effort, and the rest of the video was the rest. I could have done this in like a week. This particular video took a month, again, because I was just procrastinating, really. Like, I started this October 31st, which, if you know, if in case you don't know, is Halloween. And I have Optifine, which means that a bunch of the actors were given, like, hats, like witch hats, which you won't see in this video. Actually, you will see. There are a couple scenes in this video, which I just decided to keep, just for the reference. There are a couple scenes where they still have the witch hats, and they have that for most of it. Like, all of my first-person shots, they have witch hats on the whole time, because it was recorded on Halloween. And in the replay, they all had witch hats. And for the longest time, I could not figure out how to get rid of the witch hats. Apparently, you just turn off capes. That was the solution. But I tried, like, getting sodium and to get shaders to work with sodium, but I couldn't get it to work with 1.17. Like, I think Iris just did not support 1.7, or it did, but, like, not in a way that was, like, user convenient. It was so dumb. You just turn off capes, and that just turns off the hats, too. Which, But anyway, we got it done in the end. The rest of the video was the rest. Canadian 2022. Yeah. The true Canadian viewers had already seen the unlisted video at the time. Well, I don't know. I don't blame a lot of people for not finding it. Okay, so this was, this is pretty straightforward. Just a lot of me fading different scenes over each other. Gaussian blur. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Gaussian blur or Gaussian blur? Oh, pitch change. I do want to point out just one more thing about this though. Can we all just appreciate how much effort he puts into his no? I was hoping some people would appreciate how much effort I put into making I wanted this sequence to feel like a dream. Like the dream you have just before you wake up. Like the section. How it's just not like your brain completely forgets what the last part of the dream was when it moves on to the next. And so the music transitions into other music. So this is the like happy music that turns into the Wii theme remix, which turns into the intro music I normally use, which turns into the other happy music, which turns back into the Wii theme music, which turns into There She Is, which is the Portal song that I use as my theme song, which then becomes high-pitched, and then turns into Hate You by Poilo, which is the Wither theme, and then it turns into just chaos at the very end. And I had to take like a different frame from every single one of my escape videos for this. If you look through frame by frame, you can see a lot of... It's a big memory lane moment, which is supposed to be. Like this is me remembering everything. I think I can probably identify every video. So this is my small vault escape, small vault by Mining Blob, just before I chorus fruit into the redstone line. This is obviously Elio Citadel. This is my cold-blooded Citadel escape. This is my Odysseus Vault speedrun. I remember this part. This is obviously Arctic Bastion. This is me escaping Hestia's Grave. This is my first escape, Vault 69, escaping Vault 36. This is a clip from inside Hades' Vault. This is me escaping my own prison, my joke prison, Napkin's Moment. This is the third of my 8 pyramid escapes. This is Crisp mining down into, what's it called? Erebus Abyss, the Erebus Abyss escape. This is Fakrum's escape. This one specifically is, I think, just before the Vault 36 escape. This is the Cyan Shulker Box video, which was the Temple of Ra escape. This one is Glacier's Orb. This is the beginning of Glacier's Orb. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is Glacier's Orb. This is Raven's Coffin. This is Neptune's Monument. This is the Pulsar. That's just the Pulsar. That's not even an escape this time. This is my Click escape room, which is like 3 years old at this point. This is Snowgrave. That is Ares Vault by JJK. This one is Admin's Vault. This is the Mining Blob's Backrooms. This is, I think, Tartarus. This is Guards Would Be Watching Vault. The quality is awful. That's not where quality is, moron. Here. Also, let's there we go. Actually, I probably shouldn't increase the quality, because if I increase the quality, it's gonna make the video lag. What would you say is the most secure prison so far? It depends. It really depends on what you mean by secure. You could make the argument. You could definitely make the argument that Mangrove's Eye, which is Avatar's latest prison, is more secure than Daedalus Labyrinth. Because of a few technical things. Mangrove's Eye patches a few complicated private exploits, and Daedalus Labyrinth doesn't. You can also escape it with banned inputs, where you can't escape Mangrove's Eye. Well, you can't escape most prisons with banned inputs, just by flying out. But Mangrove's Eye, just in case you don't know, you don't have to know, it's a world spawn prison. It has to be built at spawn. Daedalus Labyrinth has to be built millions of blocks away. So if you put the two on a server at the same time, 99% of the time, Mangrove's Eye would be escaped first, because it's at spawn, even if it patches more escapes. So those two could each be considered one of the most secure, or the most secure prison, depending on what you count as secure. What was the no region exploit? The no region exploit was very complicated. I got in call with Zeonite, who is a friend of Scene Sven. Zeonite was the guy who helped build Operator's Vault, which was Scene Sven's prison that can trap someone in the op. Zeonite designed that, basically. And Zeonite is a crazy, like, technical Minecraft person. He discovered, I was talking to him about chunk regen. And we messed around with chunk regen for a bit, which is where you put a bunch of data in a chunk and try and regenerate it with a force crash. You just make it delete all the data in the chunk and reset it to a fresh new, like when the world just started. But what we ended up doing is we figured out how to delete an entire region file, which is 16, I think it's 16 chunks, or 32 chunks. 32 by 32 chunks, I think. Yeah. Which is a massive area. Like, you can't even render all that. And that entire thing would just be deleted. With one single shulker box. Which we used a cyan shulker box for. It was insane, but we decided to keep it private because we didn't want Paper to patch it. They did end up patching it anyway. And that led to... But because we basically said, oh, we have the ability to delete an entire region file, but we won't tell you how... A lot of people were suspicious, and a lot of wannabes, started making up their own fake private exploits. I'm getting completely off. Like I'm getting. This is a huge tangent, but if you ever hear people talking about private exploits, like faking private exploits, it's because of this. It's my fault. Like, it all came from this. And if you want to know why memory bands don't work anymore, it's also kind of because of this too. Because PaperMC completely changed the way that chunk, like, loading and crashing worked since this video. I don't think it was because of this video. I'm pretty sure Zeonite just, like, made a post to the forums or something afterwards. But yeah, we ruined a lot of the community. it was a net negative. Yeah, Zeonite definitely reported it to Paper. Anyway, let's skim through the rest of this. This is Titans. This is me escaping Wi-Fi's, like, base. This is... no idea. No information here. 1 minute 43 seconds. That's the only information I got on this. This is such bad quality. Why is it... Oh, right. I forgot that goes so fast. Oh yeah, in the beginning you can see my mangroves and my Astrea Citadel escapes too. That's this is more of we can skip through these. This is the one lore from my I escaped every prison video. It's just a bunch of prison escapes really. And then I wake up. I remember now. I remember now. That was the first 3 words of the video. Me saying I remember now. I remember now. And they took, like, I re-recorded those lines for, like, an entire day. Probably not an entire day, but that was, like, the 12th take. Somehow I just could not be satisfied. And that's another reason I just, like, hate scripts so much. To make it sound real. I'm not a good voice actor. Feast your eyes, everyone. Ken is subbing to himself for extra credit. I am subscribed to myself. That mask. Those Bedrock Prisons? That Seawalk Gaming guy. It's all finally coming back to me. Wait. What? What? Also, most of these replay shots were recorded after the original record. Like, they were recorded weeks later. This one, for example, is not in the main set. This was me really quickly opening up the world, recording myself doing this, and then putting it in the editing file. Because I didn't have a shot of me just specifically turning to the window at this angle the way I wanted it to. Again, just bad cinema, but then we have the train moving. A good way to tell when it's the train moving or when it's the camera moving, or I mean, when it's the train moving or when it's the background moving, is just where the camera is. Since the camera is locked onto the background, you know for this scene the train is moving. One thing I want to say is, I mentioned this earlier, there were a lot of lighting effects with the way the train moved. So every few frames, like every 4 or 5 frames, the train would turn black. Like there was no light on it. Specifically on the inside here, these like inside crevice areas in between the train cars, the front and backs of each car, like were like solid pitch black because like the light didn't render for that frame. So I had to just manually remove every single one of those, because otherwise the train just looks like it's flashing. It's like flickering. It's like a strobe light. It's a strobe light train. So for every one of these clips where a train is moving, I think you can even still see it sometimes. You can see little bits of it. Like between these 2 frames, you can kind of see that it gets a bit dark. But usually it gets like way dark. I removed all the frames where it gets really dark though. Oh, I wanted to talk about this scene. This scene is kind of cool. The camera angle is down, but Replay Mod, as far as I know, doesn't actually let you do this, where it turns even further. So, I just angled the camera down, and then I immediately, next frame, rotated it 180 degrees, and then had it record the train going up, and then I flipped that scene upside down and put the 2 together. So there's the one of the train going down, and then the one of the camera going up again. This is the camera going up, but it's flipped upside down, so it looks like it's just angling even further. I thought that was kind of cool. And this, I don't know if people noticed this, but look at the wheels here. Look closely at the wheels. The wheels are made out of tile deep slate and Blackstone bricks stairs, and they alternate between the 2. I used a command block for one clip. I wonder if I can actually show where it was. One moment. I think I can find it. There's a command block hidden in the wall somewhere where I had to where I made the wheels swap out. I think it's probably back here. I hope the command block is still here. Ooh, it might have been in this set. There. Oh, here it is. So, here's all the commands. Each of these is just a replace tile deep slate stair facing east top half with polished blackstone facing east top half, and then all of these are that. And this button cycles it one way, and this button cycles it another way. So what I would do is just / move, press button, / move, press button, / move, and then I just kept doing this. And that resulted in this effect, which looked pretty good. There were a lot of scenes of it, but I had to cut most of them because I didn't want to have 2 straight minutes of like just footage of the train moving. But yeah, just one shot just to show the wheels moving just made it feel a little more real, I thought. And then I mentioned this earlier, but this is an example of a scene where I used the cinematic camera. Really, I'm turning my head really slowly. It's turning in slow motion, but at the same time, the people, like one of these 2 people is typing the / move command to move the background really slowly. So when I speed up the footage, it's just that. Okay, that wasn't the best example. There's a better example later.
Why don't you go ahead and take a guess?
Prison?
Whoa! How'd you know?
Right. What prison?
Pretty much the only one you haven't escaped yet, to be honest.
That doesn't really answer my question, but anyway. What's stopping me from just jumping off this train right now?
This is the most secure transportation in the world. There's an elder guardian in the back of the train giving you constant mining fatigue, and we'll be watching you closely until the train arrives. You're not just gonna jump off.
Okay, I'm gonna check for questions again. I don't have anything to say about those scenes. What was the Zero Tick Melon? The Zero Tick Melon was just making fun of private. The Zero Tick Melon, that is a good continuation of the tangent I went on earlier about no save. Someone made a claim that they knew how to basically make an entire server roll back to the to any state they wanted, like just back in time whenever they wanted, and they called it like the time revert machine, TRM. And they had this huge deal about how they completely patched escaping, because whatever you do, they can just force the server to roll back to before the prisoner escaped. And the competent people in the community basically had this war about trying to debunk individual little bits of their argument, while at the same time they were just saying, oh, you don't know it doesn't work, it's a private exploit. I know this is another tangent, this is totally unrelated, but after we basically had definitive proof that most people still denied, that you can't just roll back an entire Minecraft server to whenever, like a specific point you just choose, I made the TRM to make fun of it, the tick reset melon, which was an exaggerated version of what they said. That's why in the tick reset melon video, I say, I patched escaping, because that's what they kept saying. Their like status was literally, I patched escaping or something like that. It's literally just a meme prison. It's just making fun of someone. TRM was not real. The original TRM was made, I don't know if I should say. I think some people probably already know. They're not in the community anymore. They've been banned from every server ever. Let's continue this. Most secure in the world, you say? Yeah, I've never heard that before. If this train's so secure, then how come I can do this?
Hey! What are you doing?
Oh, you can actually see in this scene if you look at this. I'm just gonna go frame by frame. Look at this window here. I don't know if you can see this in this the stream. You probably can, but we didn't have anyone moving the footage right here because this had to all be like you can't do this in slow motion. You can't die in slow motion, right? So we just didn't have anyone moving the window there, but I didn't realize that my camera was looking at the window. So for just this scene specifically, I think there's a couple other examples too, but you can tell that the background is not moving. It's like the train is stationary here. Bit of an editing mistake.
You got iron bars.
Oh, here too. You can kind of like that whole sequence. If you just stare really closely at the frames, the nothing in the background is moving. Well, it's fine.
Go in and
it's
get
fine.
them?
They're quick
It's
scenes.
not worth it. It's not like you can escape a cell with iron bars.
Wait a minute. This is a good example of what I was talking about earlier.
It's not like you can escape a cell with iron bars.
This is me really slowly. This is like the quintessential cinematic camera turn slow motion shot. It looks so good. It really looks like I'm just in a moving train. At least to me, I think it was a very convincing shot. I know how to escape this cell. I respawn in the center of the room, which must mean my bed is below me. But the floor here is made out of blackstone, which can be broken in 7.5 seconds. If I can just mine down and break my bed before I get mining fatigue, all I have to do is find a way to...
Hey, I can see you mining.
Okay, in hindsight, I did not account for the fact that the guards would be watching. That is a reference to the greatest prison of all time. The guards would be watching Vault. Okay. Real guards are probably more competent than the ones in popular escape videos. Either way, I need to come up with a new plan to get off this train, because whatever... It's so dumb that I say competent guards, even though, you know how the guards act in this one. Bro, you should have just used Create Mod. It has trains. Oh my gosh, you must be late. How aren't you? Create Mod breaks some of the plans I had for this video. Like, I wouldn't have been able to use Create Mod. It would not have given the effect that I wanted. How insane would it be to make a mission to revive this community? The community is not dead. It depends on what you mean by dead, like, revive. People are still, like, watching. I mean, it depends on who you are. If you're part of the community that is just making escape videos with the same exploits every time with the same basic NCS songs every single time with escapes that no one outside the community can understand in like really short 2-minute videos that are all just about like broken redstone and stuff, and no one's watching your videos, then that's why it's dead, because no one cares, which is why I'm not making those videos anymore. If you're making something, well, okay, I'll not rant about that on stream. I don't think I could have the capability to, but like, I don't know. You saw how many views Fact Rooms got, and mainly that's because I have a lot more audience. But even for my audience, it still got significant views because it was something new. And my Daedalus Escape, I'm really trying to make sure that that's something good too. But that's why all of my cinematic escapes go on my second channel now, because people don't understand them. I could make a stream where I just go through and explain them all. Maybe I should. But, like, if you're just a casual viewer watching, you don't get it. You don't get what's going on. That was the problem with Jerry Lum's videos. And that's why I feel like a lot of people think that the community is dead, because no one is watching those videos anymore, even though only people in the community understand what's happening in them. Are you aiming to become kind of what Ivory has done? I'm not aiming to be like Ivory. I feel like it was a little bit disheartening to see a lot of comments that were like, wow, you're just like Ivory. I want to be like my own person. I don't want to be like, oh, you're just like that person. I know this video is a lot like Ivory themed. This was really, this video was largely inspired by, let me find, oh, that's a pretty cool stream. You guys should watch that. Let me go to my channel. This channel specifically. I made a video making fun of Mithridax, or Ivory's, whatever. I don't even remember what video this was. Escaping the Abyss. Because she escapes at the very beginning. It's the, you've probably already seen this. It's the Choose Your Own Adventure. She escapes at the very beginning via chest fricking, or what, we don't even know what this is. But and then the rest of the video is just PvP, Mithra walking, lore. Oh, we can ignore that part. And then just more PvP and more PvP and more PvP. And I'm like, okay, PvP is fine, but if you're gonna put in that much PvP, at least make it part of the escape. So I thought, like at one point, what's the quintessential line? It's right about here. It's right about, this is the point I'm trying to make. How will you take one of the questions in the Joke Choose Your Own Adventure is, how are you going to take advantage of this scenario as a pro escapist? And I listed a few things you could do to make this like an escape video and not just a PvP video. And then, of course, the entire video is like literally just PvP. So that's kind of what the train escape was supposed to be. It's a PvP thing, but I'm trying to escape the whole time. It's still really like bad. Like, obviously the guards are still morons, but it was trying to at least be different in that sense, I suppose. Don't worry, Ken, you are special on your own for me, mostly because of your sense of humor. It's so good. Yeah, Ivory's videos don't have a lot of humor. Not that they're not funny. I mean, they're mainly meant to be, you know, just a cinematic thing. But I do notice that it's a different tone, which is, you know, just, it's an optional thing, what you do. But yeah, I do. There's also a difference in tone. You're right. You can put PvP in your video, but you gotta make it engaging, like I do. Like you. Oh yeah. I hope it was engaging. Prison they're taking me to, I'd rather evade capture while I still can. But so far, the only items I have to work with is just 8 iron bars. My first thought is to try obstructing my spawn point, but most modern prisons have a secondary cell. So, okay. This, if you guys know how Squilly Glitch works, there's a bed below me. I'm just gonna really quickly summarize. I'm pretty sure most of you know. There's a bed below me and a boat. And because of the boat, just because of weird Minecraft logic, I will respawn all the way up until there's a free space for me to respawn. So a very, very common escape method with Squilly Glitch is to just obstruct your spawn. So like build a pillar in front of it so you can't respawn in the pillar. Instead, when you die, you'll respawn on the roof of the train. And the very common patch for that is to build a little like tiny obsidian box in between those two, so when you respawn, you're just stuck in that tiny obsidian box. And you can't place any blocks because you're in the way. Your hitbox is in the way, so you're just stuck there. And that's what I'm explaining here. As someone pointed out in the comments, there isn't enough space in the train for them to build a secondary cell like that. So this would be a completely working escape. I could just obstruct my spawn and respawn on top of the train. But I didn't, because I didn't think of it. Like, I honestly, while coming up with the whole, like, storyboard for my video, I did not consider the fact that you can just... That's why this line is here. I made that line just to hopefully throw people off the trail, even though it's completely nonsensical. That's supposed to be my thought process in the game. In the game, my character is like, oh, I'm not even going to risk trying to do this, even though it 100% would have worked. Guards would be watching Vault is a year old today? Wait, is today its birthday? Or is it just... Or is his birthday already passed? How could you die then? Well, then you would just, like, do the same thing. You'd, like, agitate the guards and they'd kill you. That's the idea, at least. I'm gonna have to come up with a new idea. And honestly, I'm open to suggestions, because from my perspective, I'm lost. All I need is one really good idea. Just one very good idea. Wait. Yeah, I think... Oh, I want to say one other thing. Just on the topic of Ivory. Oh, that is not how you spell that. This is the music. Oh my gosh, we got an ad. Hang on. I just want to point out the music for one thing. It was pretty cool to see you run around with half a heart. Yeah, I'm glad. Okay, Valorant. Just listen to this. Just listen to it. It's so cool. It's just a cool song. This is actually... I used this in the Hopper video. I used it in this video, and I will 100% use it in my next video. It is my favorite Ivory song. It's just so cool. I learned to play this riff on piano. Like, that's how much I love it. I've learned to play this. Okay, we're getting distracted. But it's just, it's just best one. Hands down, best song. Ivory is better at making music than music. What? Also use the end by Ivory. I don't remember how that one sounds. But, a lot of them are good. I think we're all thinking the same thing. But, alright. But then I had a very good idea. I used F5.
It's the F5 part.
This part is... someone asked me earlier what my favorite scene is. This one is my least favorite. It's so visually bad. First of all, we're on a server. Not even a good server, so my render distance doesn't go that far. Second, because we can't really do the F5 part in slow motion, and since we're trying to move one side and the other side, both of these guards are doing / move on a timer. Like, we're all on call, and someone's going, go, go, go. Someone's just saying that, and every time they say go, they type / move. Well, they just send the same thing, / enter, but... And they're both moving their respective sides. And it's just so slow. Like, you can tell this scene is slow. But then I had a very good idea. I used F5. Like, the train is just moving slower here. Perspective, and I was able to see outside the train. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting to see out here, but... The other side wasn't even moving there. Wait. Able to see outside the train. Yeah. Look at the... I just pointed out my screen as if you could see, but I'm pretty sure this part isn't even... Oh, it is moving. It is moving. Never mind.
Wait a minute.
Never mind.
Wait, is that a ruined
portal?
Wait, oh my gosh, it is! Wait, I actually might be able to reach it.
This is the most plot convenient. And then
Portal?
And then
Wait, oh my gosh, it
camera
is.
has to be.
Wait, I actually might be able to
Wait,
reach it.
wait.
This is
My camera has to look like this, because if the camera's angled any
the
higher,
most plot.
you can see that the train isn't moving. The camera's only showing the parts of the scene that are moving, which just goes as far as this. If you looked at the train at all, then like the train is stationary. Which it's the train's supposed to be. The train is supposed to be stationary. That's not what I meant. You can see the track under the train. That's not moving. And when you see that, it looks really weird, because how is one part of the track moving, but the track under the train isn't moving? So this scene is just visually ugly.
Plot convenient
Because
thing
I
ever.
couldn't
Come on,
have done
I
any
just have
better.
to time it really well. And
then this part is also kind of bad, because I told the people moving this to stop for a second so I could pick up all the items. So it's like the train just stops for an entire second so I can pick up all the items I need. And then it continues after that. It's so bad. All blocks that resemble train. I don't understand the question. How did you get Sven for the video? Oh, I'm friends. I don't know. We're bros. I just hit him up and was like, hey, I need lines for my lore. And he goes, sure. Imagine you could use world edit commands in command blocks. Yeah, that would have made things easy. I heard this supposedly you could, but I didn't believe you could, and then we tested it, and I was right that you couldn't, at least on the version of world edit we were using.
yes,
Bro, wait, I'm pretty sure there was a notch apple in there and I just missed it. Well, let's work with what we have. We still have the 8 iron bars, a block of obsidian, a pressure plate, and a shovel. You have any ideas? Because I don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's nothing I can power with the pressure plate, and there's obviously nothing I can mine with the shovel, except for maybe
the snow.
Wait, you guys want to hear a fun fact about snow? Let me swap back onto Minecraft just real quick. I just want to show you something funny with snow. Let me make a silk touch shovel. This is information you need to know, which you may already know, but this is absurd. It's not that crazy. This is probably something you'd find on like Skip Tutorial or something. I don't know. I don't watch him, but it just seems like the kind of thing he would do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Wait. Let me set up this whole thing. So, with a regular shovel, if you mine snow layers, you will get 8 snowballs, 1 for each snow layer, which you can then turn into 2 snow blocks. But if you mine the same thing with Silk Touch, you only get 1 snow block. Silk Touch literally scams you of an entire block when mining snow. I'm pretty sure for this it's just normal though. Yeah, it's just 4 each time. Well, it would be 4 or a full block. It's normal for that. For snow layers though, Silk Touch scams you. You get twice as much with a shovel. Okay, that's all. I don't know if that's common knowledge or not, but I think that's just messed up. The train, yeah, the train literally is only moving when it has to be. And when I'm inside the train, only the background is moving, and it's only moving when I'm looking at it. In this scene right here, it is not moving. I deliberately angle myself so I don't see outside the train because I didn't want it moving for this scene, because I'm trying to make it look like it's happening live. And there are some things you can't do in slow motion, like you can't mine in slow motion. Well, except without mining. It's a lot harder.
Wait, I think I could actually use the snow to escape. I'm not even joking.
So I move here, but then the moment I move here, it cuts to the next scene so that you don't see that the background is not moving in this scene. This was recorded way after. I'm pretty sure this was like no one else was even on the server for this
Cue
part.
the other music. I have an actual escape plan this time. This might sound crazy, but I know a
Woo,
very
it's
rare glitch I can
Starfish
use to get
again!
out of the train car, and all I need
It's
is
the
iron
cool
bars
ivory
and
music!
snow. And I discovered it myself, so the guards shouldn't know about it.
What's he doing?
I think he's just mining the snow.
Why?
What? He's placing the bars.
Should we stop him?
Nah, what's he gonna do? Build another cage?
Okay, so here's how this glitch works.
Alright.
8 snow layers looks like a full block, but it's actually one patch on the
Yeah,
very
we know
edge of the
this
snow
glitch.
when I play. Fox is now clipped inside the iron bars, which means one small little editor commentary here. I figure I might as well mention. It's around about here. Because of all of this intro and all of the voice lines and stuff here, my editing software got so laggy that I just duplicated the editing file, rendered what I had so far, and then created a new file, pasted in the whole rendered section, so it's all just one simple video file without all the mess, and then restarted from this point on, so it wouldn't be laggy. I just, like, there were just that many, like, video and, like, audio effects in this. It's because of jank Minecraft logic, I can now completely phase through them to the space below, and since the space below was only 1 block tall, you can probably figure out the rest. Hey, bozos.
Wait, what?
He escaped!
See ya! One thing that people mentioned was that I could just wall off the guards with iron bars, and then I'd be able to mine out. But there's a few problems with that. First of all, I can't mine obsidian faster than they can mine iron bars. And second, I don't even know what they have. As far as I know, they have a pickaxe, which I'm pretty sure these guards do. And as far as I know, they probably have milk, which actually I don't think they do. I don't know if we decided. I know they definitely do, because they mine a block later. So whatever happens, they can mine into my room way faster than I can do anything. Way faster than I can mine the blackstone. Plus, I have mining fatigue by this point anyway. Like, I get it right after the guards stop me. So there's no way I can get out that way. There are some points in this, don't get me wrong, where I make obvious, like, dumb mistakes. That's part of the fun, but that is not one of them. Like, blocking off the guards from shooting me using the iron bars, that wouldn't have worked. Or as far as my character knew at the time, that wouldn't have worked. Wasn't Windows a 1x1 block hole? Oh, okay. 4 layers. Why are all prison escapists cute AF when they freak out at compliments? What? What? I don't know what that means. Okay. Got the rest.
Get through the window!
Okay, next thing I want to say. The entire time I was recording, I did not record any audio. And Replay doesn't store any audio. So every single sound effect you hear, I had to add last minute. Not last minute, but, like, I had to record the, like, sounds of, like, iron bars being placed,
what?
for example.
He escaped!
See ya! And then just paste it in at the right timing. Which is one of the reasons that when I made the community post that said, oh guys, I'm gonna finish this video in 14 hours or you can crucify me. I definitely thought I could do it, but I did not realize how much time it would take to just add every single audio line. So that's one of the reasons it was way later than it would have been otherwise. But yeah, that was a mess. I just sat at my computer for like 12 hours putting it. Okay, not really 12 hours. This train is like his Mindalore. So the mask isn't really his. Yeah. I won't explain too much about the lore because you'll learn more about it when the next lore video comes out. The one with the Daedalus escape. That'll basically tie everything together. This sounds so cringe to say, tie in the lore. I don't want to say, but yes, I don't have the mask on right now, even though I did in the last scene. And you can probably put the pieces together based off the title of the unlisted video, where that's kind of gonna lead. Hey Ken, how is the crucifixion? I actually lied about the crucifixion. There was a complete fabrication on my part. I did not give permission for a crucifixion.
Get through the window!
Alright. That scene was also recorded like a month later. Okay. So, one thing someone appreciated for the detail was the fact that all of these, I don't know if they said this specifically, but this sign says DL Penitentiary Inmate Parcel, which DL, big surprise, stands for Daedalus Labyrinth, which is the first hint that that's where this train is going, because that's the only prison that has those initials. And then each of these has a number, and they also have a certain numbering pattern. Like for each of the, this also kind of tells you if this is an inmate parcel, it's, or in other words, mail that's going to a prisoner. You can kind of put together, based off the name here, who one of the prisoners might be. Okay.
Make a trap door.
Okay, this place is stacked. I'm just gonna... And, like, for Jerry Lum, you can see Jerry Lum here. Oh, Jerry Lum's gonna be one of the next prisoners. Everything... He has the trident, which, just pointing that out so you, pay attention to that when the main video comes out. I think is remotely... Yatsu. You can see Yatsu's here. Useful.
You're placing
I mean, you already know based off the... I showed a screenshot of the cast.
I know.
Whoa, that is a lot of iron.
He got into the storage car.
Oh, one more thing. Avatar. Tell me you're still on the stream. Oh, shoot. We're buffering, aren't we? Are you... Avatar! Chat, if you're here. Blink twice if you're in chat. I've got a question, but that's for the later part of the video. Okay, I will account for the fact that you have a question for later in the video. Okay, Avatar's here. Avatar, look. I don't know if you've seen... you probably didn't see this, but this right here, this is Fishy Boy's inmate parcel. And what I did was I took every single block. Like, I basically just took a schematic of every block in your chunk skipper, in the chunk skipper, in your chunk skipper download. It's all the minecarts you need, specifically the gold block and the white concrete and the 25 glass. That's what I take, and these pistons and the detector rail, because there's a whole bit about Fishy. I probably shouldn't have said that now. It's just a whole joke. It has nothing to do with anything relevant to plot. It's just a joke that Fishy is trying to chunk skip out of Daedalus Labyrinth the entire time. So yeah, his parcel is just asking for all of everything you need to build a chunk skipping machine. So
Stop.
then I moved to the back of the train.
It's at the back!
Oh, perfect. And I killed the Guardian.
Let's take care of
We
you,
know
and
that.
now I have to figure out how to get to the front of the train without getting killed.
Another thing, I don't know if you noticed, but I have this background sound of a train in winter. I wonder if I could find the video. Let me see if I can. Wait. Train in snow storm sound effect. Something like this. It's like an 8-hour video that I downloaded. I think it's this. Ah, this is it. This is the sound that I used. I sped it up though and changed the pitch because this is too slow. But every time you go outside, you can hear that it becomes louder because, you know, it'd be louder when you're outside the train.
And now I have to figure out
If
how
you
to
listen
get to the front
carefully.
of the train without getting killed.
And then it stops once it cuts back to inside.
He jumped.
No, he wouldn't have survived.
He had to have jumped. Where else would he go?
Look behind you.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure the minecart wasn't there before.
I felt like that scene happened really too fast. But the only reason it went so quick is because I wanted
There he
this to
I got
happen
him.
right on the beat drop. Which is just kind of annoying, because this happens way too quickly. Like, them noticing the cart and just purling up there. Oh, there's actually one really fun
Behind
thing
you.
here. Because I was trying to make this clip happen so quickly, I had a scene of them throwing the pearls when they both throw the ender pearls up, but they don't throw them at the same time.
Pretty sure the minecart wasn't there.
And I think there was a continuity error because I changed one of the scenes later. So these pearls you see are just PNGs. They're a transparent PNG of the same pearl, and I just tracked them really quickly above. This didn't even happen in the game. This was just camera tilt up and look at the mine carts, and then I added those. I added the pearls in post. These are fake ender pearls.
It wasn't there before.
Those ones are real though, obviously, because they land.
There he is.
I got him.
There's also a continuity
I'm pretty
error
sure
with
Minecraft wasn't
the
there
arrow,
before.
because I didn't like the original recording of me running. So this was recorded like 3 or 4 days ago, where the last one was recorded a month ago. And to get the arrow in my back, I had a skeleton shoot me, and I just wanted it to look like it was in the right place, but I was completely off. This one's in my
There he
leg,
is.
I got him.
and then the original one was in like my shoulder. And then the arrow despawns like a second later. Or it doesn't. I don't know how long it lasts for. I think it despawned here. There! Witch hats! I just saw it. I pointed this out earlier. Look at Casey. He has the forbidden witch hat. That's how you know this was recorded on October 31st. And I try really hard to keep out of frame the fact that he just for one scene he just has a witch hat on. Actually, I think for a couple scenes.
No!
You are so dead.
This scene's kind of cool because it's all in one like long take, most of it. But also, these guards are just so bad at PvP.
No!
Yes. All right.
That's not good.
This is also kind of annoying. I don't know why I did this in editing. But we had 2 shots of the train going in the tunnel. The first time, someone was doing the / move command.
That's not good.
So basically, the train deleted itself as it reached the tunnel. Like, it's literally just deleting itself. It's not going in the tunnel. That's not darkness. It's just... like, no part of the train goes in the tunnel. It's like there's a portal there. And then we re-recorded it the correct way. But I guess like, in my editing software, I didn't realize that. Like, I didn't look closely enough and see that I put in the wrong one. So this is the wrong scene. There's some... Otherwise, you'd be able to see, like, the train just look darker as it goes in. It looks fine, though. You can't really tell until you point it out, I think. Let me look back for questions. I really wish I could just put the questions on my phone, but it just kind of, like, crashes my internet. You are the only one who actually watches... Oh. Yeah, I thought something was off about the pearls. Really? I didn't think people would notice the pearls. I thought they looked kind of seamless. Can't you just water bucket clutch onto the tracks? That is a perfect question. I have to mention this. Because one of the biggest things people said, like one of the top comments, I'm pretty sure it's even still here. I bet it's still here somewhere. I don't know if this is the one. But there was one comment that was just like, when you're in the boat, just enter the boat and ride off the tracks. And I explained this in like the original script, but it's not in the final cut. But my logic, my reason for why I can't just MLG with the cobweb or with the water bucket or the boat is the velocity. That was the point I wanted it to be. Like the train moves too fast that when you land, that's why earlier the guard says like
Where else would he go?
like did he jump?
No,
He wouldn't have survived. Which was me trying to say, look, there is no physics of trains in Minecraft. Like, trains, like, don't exist in vanilla Minecraft. So no one would know what train physics look like. So I am making up what train physics is. Train physics isn't going to make any sense.
So I don't take any damage.
Look at this scene real quick. Look at this dispenser. Just think about this dispenser for a moment. It is floating in the air, and it is still traveling with the train. The physics don't make sense, right? That's fair to say. But we're just going to pretend that the physics is that if you jump off a train, you're moving too quickly to clutch because you have too much forward velocity. That's the logic, okay? I don't care. I mean, I guess you could probably just fall until your forward velocity stops. But oh, you can see some of the flicker frames. I tried to remove some of these frames. You can kind of tell only part of the train moves at once. It's fine. It looked fine. You know how I said every. You know how I said every clip is sped up. You can really tell the clip is sped up because I'm crawling in this scene, and I'm just like violently swimming forward because I have to keep up with the train. And the same happens here. You can see me like running. I'm like booking it to keep up with the train, which is why for most of the scenes I never have the train moving while I'm on it because you have to run forward the whole time. I guess for in this particular situation, create mod would have been better, but all right, I'm not dead. All right, let me just skim back to here. Ken the physicist. Movable tile entities. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? How long is the train? How long is the train trek go on? What? You're literally Ivor if she stayed in the prison community. Great job. Stop calling me Ivory! You know, thinking of it now, we could have moved the mountain. No, we didn't move the mountain. Well, okay, we couldn't have moved this mountain. That would have been, because there's a train in the way. You would start moving the train back too. Unless we had like 3 people moving it. And we can't really move the mountain either way because it has the same property as the train. It flickers. But it's even worse because it's bigger. And it has more like texture. It's not just a mostly flat thing. So I don't think we could have moved the mountain. Why didn't Canadian use create mod? I didn't want to learn how to use it for one, and also it just ruins some of the very specific ways some of the scenes were gonna work. I think maybe there's a way to make it work out, but I didn't know enough about it to be certain. I think there's a little bit of more of a charm to doing it this way anyway. Like, I don't know. I like it better as an animated thing. I think it just makes it feel. Kenbury, will you ever make another prison? Okay. All right, bud. Never mind. You stopped spamming. But, yeah, no, I'll probably make another prison. Probably not on main channel. Maybe just 1 or 2 more. Only for proof of concept. I only ever make them to do something new. If there's nothing new to do, I'm not going to make a new prison. And I have a few ideas. Nothing I think could get a lot of views, but... Alright. This part's really weird. I just exited a train. I mean, I just exited a tunnel, so there's a mountain behind me. And then in this clip, there's no mountain behind me. It's just gone. I guess you could say it's out of render distance. Maybe that's the thing. It's just out of render distance. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Yeah? Bring it. This is probably one of the most confusing characters. The character is played by someone named Cat. Or, no, it's played by Watto. Disguised, using Lib's disguises, as Cat. Almost everyone is disguised. Like every time you see someone, 90% of the time, actually, not every time, 90% of the time, they are not the person they're playing as. It's someone disguised. In fact, Sven was played by some random kid. Sven never logged onto my server to actually record. Not for this video, he did for the other one. But this was played by Watto. The person they're playing is someone named Cat, but the voice actor, since Cat wasn't able to voice act, is someone named Dan, who is friends with Cat. Except he doesn't voice most of it. This guy only has like 2 lines, but yeah, it's just interesting that like 3 different people made that character. He ignored me every time. Sound Blaster Studios. What? World download or not? What are you saying? What do you? If he responds, miss due to having to reboot the computer. Do you have a plan to? Someone asked that earlier. It's just the map download's just super messy. I don't know if you guys want to download really. How did you remove/edit the IGNs? Lib's Disguises just does that. Like, it just... Yeah? When you /disguise... Like, it's not someone with a different skin. it's someone slash, like, you give them a disguise and it completely emulates their account. If they have any, like, if they have a cape, it'll give them that, and it'll give them the name tag. It'll just be exactly like that player, as if they were actually on the server. Everyone wants the download. I guess that's fair. You do want it, despite it being scuffed. I don't know. I don't want to have a whole download just for... I know you guys want it. I just don't want it, like, just public for just anyone to come and find and look at how bad it is. I don't know. Maybe I can download just the schematics to the train or something. Don't talk much, do you? I'll think about it.
Yeah,
Let's continue
never
with
mind.
this.
No, I didn't want to talk anyway.
This scene triggered so many Crystal PvPers because we set up the choreography in such a way that you were supposed to be able to... I was supposed to be able to... Like, it was supposed to look like legit Crystal PvP. But because we kept messing up the scenes, we had to retake so many times. Some of the scenes, he places a crystal and waits like an entire second before lighting it. And he doesn't even have to, just because he doesn't know if I'm, like, ready for him to blow it up yet. But when he can, and so he's just trying to be careful because he doesn't want us to reset again. That's why there's a lot of scenes where it looks like he's just really, really bad at crystal, because he just places the crystal, waits for me to protect myself, and then blows it up. It didn't help that, you know how I have half a heart this whole time? If I ever mess up a scene, I die, right? And when I die, I have full health again. So I have to re-give myself hunger to get myself to the right amount of hunger, and then give myself poison to get myself to half a heart. And I died, like, I would guess, probably like 35 times throughout the whole recording. So every time that happened, I'd have to sit there and wait and damage myself and get myself to the exact right hunger just for continuity's sake, and then continue.
Quick, I need something blast-proof. Netherite works, I guess.
This part, he has to mine the snow for a bit. Again, just gonna remind you, just because I want to keep, I want to keep drilling it in. I had to add these audio lines. They weren't recorded. I had to add them in post. In this scene, I actually didn't place enough blocks, and I actually died here. This actually killed me, this explosion. This was one of the failures. But instead of redoing the scene, I decided I would just cut to third person and just show the end crystal exploding. So you don't even tell. And then it cuts back to after I respawn and give myself the hunger and stuff again.
I'm alive. Ow.
That one's legit. That one I die. You can actually see me die here. Like, you can see my body right here. You can see it rotate. Because I actually got killed there. But then we continue to the next scene. That was him. The reason that one, like, I got enough time to place the lava, is because he places a block behind him to stop him from, like, launching himself back. Because every time he blows up a crystal, he, like, bounces back. So he places a block behind him so he doesn't, like, get propelled backwards. Because he doesn't want to get propelled backwards. And then he blows it up and he gets propelled backwards over the block he placed. So it didn't even matter. And then this scene's cool. I remember someone asking earlier what my favorite scene is. I think it's this. Because this was improv. Like, you'll see in a second, in case you don't remember. Something blows up. I pick up a snowball. I just happened to pick up a snowball, and we just decided to run with me picking up a snowball to add an extra scene that wasn't part of the original plan, which is this. Which is, I grab the snowball, I just turn around and throw it. And I just think that's so, cause I'm like completely wrecking this Crystal PvPer. Mainly because, he's bad, and he's in Mythro Guard, right? But then as he's trying to run towards me, it's so satisfying. And it cuts so well. Like the transition is really good. I think this is some of my best use of replay. Some of my replay isn't great, but this is good. Ow, actually, there's problems with this too. The camera follows him slow. Whatever. It's good. This is one of my favorites. Might not be the favorite, but it's a favorite. Why didn't the guards just keep shooting you as they saw you doing stuff in your cell? Just waiting and watching a stupid... Yes, because they're dumb guards. That's the point. They're... I say in the video, like, man, guards are really more competent in real life than they are in videos. And then it proceeds to him being, incompetent. That's part of the bit, I think. If they were competent, there's no way this video would be possible. Which is the dilemma with escape videos like this. You either script it and make it look kind of obvious, or you do it legit and you lose. Which is Manhunt too. They have to script some scenes. Big surprise. I hope you guys are old enough to know that by now, but it's fine. Like, nothing against Manhunt, but you just have to script to make it this level of epic, Jackie Chan on top of a train, MLG. That doesn't happen without a little bit of the enemy being bad at the job. They are so dumb. They are so confident of killing you, which makes them dumb. Maybe, yeah. I also don't move forward, but we are playing very realistically in real life. You can't run in midair. Yeah, exactly, Watto. Yo, thanks for answering my question about 15. That one was very good. Yes, okay. Most guards just have a suicide switch anyways. That would be really weird, though. Imagine the physics of just I think I said this earlier. It's just such a concept of a train with a moving area ban. And then you get... Which you could do. You could actually do... You can put a ban in a minecart. Like an entity. Wow, that was a huge stutter. But put like a piglin in a minecart and send it across a rail. How do you... Yeah. Alright. That scene, I also died there. That was another time where I just cut the footage. Pretended I didn't actually die. Didn't die there, though. That's a cool scene. Then he gets really, really bad at shooting, and then he just stops shooting for a moment so I can pick up the arrows.
Myself on probably the most expensive tower in Minecraft. How am I gonna get out of this one?
I might be able to make a Riptide Trident. Let me make... And then this part's also so dumb. I feel like this was just such a... Like, this is worded so badly. I'm like, let me make a Riptide Trident. Proceeds to craft 3 stacks of anvils. Like... Yeah, just... I'll need all these anvils in case one of them breaks, right? Some anvils. Because I'm going to use them later, but I didn't know that at the time.
Go away! I'm trying to solve a Minecraft puzzle.
Alright, now, if I make a Riptide Trident, I can probably launch myself way ahead of the... This
Oh,
puzzle...
oh no, shoot, I don't have enough level.
This puzzle's kind of stolen from CWAT Gaming. He has a puzzle in one of his escape rooms. One of the ones that I actually worked on for the second half. I work on, like, part of some of his. But he just... This actually reminds me of something really funny. He was showing me some of the puzzles he made. And he's like, look, it's crazy. You have to enchant a Riptide Trident, right? And you don't have a lot of time. But you don't have any levels. But you have 2 netherite ingots and 2 sticks. You have 2 netherite ingots and 2 sticks. And a smithing table. How do you... and he was like... Ken, this is crazy, because then you use the netherite and the sticks to craft a netherite hoe, and then you get enough experience. And then I think I just sent him a screenshot of me with the crafting GUI open with 2 sticks and the 2 netherite, and the fact that there's no netherite hoe on the other side, because you need to, I mean, you have to use a smithing table. It's just so great. I can just imagine if I didn't tell him that and he went to record his escape video. And then he crafts the netherite hoe and he's like, wait. Yes, yeah. And then he fixed it. So if you actually look at his video, he has diamonds and he does it right. You can never have too many anvils, man. I agree. Anvils are one of the most versatile... Well, one of the points of this sequence is I just wanted to use as many uses of an anvil as possible. Like, just every use I can think of. The first use, most obvious, enchanting something, right? like putting a book on something. That's the most straightforward use of an anvil.
Okay,
that's
how
the
can I get levels?
intentional
I don't have
use.
experience bottles. Can I make a smithic table? Oh, I can. I think that means I can make
And
a netherite
then-
hoe, which gives me serious dedication, which is an achievement that I think gives enough experience to enchant Riptide 3. Yes, it was enough.
The next use is the more comedic use, which is also intentional, to hit someone on the head with an anvil to do damage, which is this scene, also one of my favorites. This one was epic, except it's kind of slow here because I fly up, but that is so cool. Hit him on the head with the
Yes, let's
anvil.
go.
That's the second use of anvils. The third use of anvils
Oh, you do not
is the fact that they're blast proof. So I use them to block crystal shots. That's another point where I died, by the way. Just want to point out every point where I actually died and pretended I didn't. I do die in this scene. Then we continue. The third use of anvils was going to be this. I'm just going to show this real quick. It didn't end up being used, so I just want to show you this. I've shown a few people this, but there's this very quirky thing about anvils that alternating anvils, because of how they're shaped. Anvils definitely in my top 5 favorite blocks. They are so cool. But you can infinitely scale this. It's really hard. I probably won't be able to. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say really hard. Some people are good at it. I'm not good at it. But just alternating anvils, you can, like, if you crouch at the edge and jump. Oh, I did it. Okay, I did it. Yeah, I got up to the next one. And, oh my gosh. Okay, I promise you I'm not that good. Okay, I fell. And I wanted the guard to do that, but the person who was playing that role was never able to do it consistently. So we couldn't put in that use of anvil. That's what I wanted it to be. I wanted them to, like, climb up the anvils. Climb up an alternating pattern of anvils to get to me. I thought that would have been crazy. Like, if I'm freaking out, it would have been the one competent thing the guards did. But they couldn't even do that. It's really hard to do, to be fair. If you haven't practiced. And we didn't have time to practice. But yeah, that's crazy. I love anvils. Anvils can also delete on. That's true. Oh, I didn't even use that in this video. Like, I didn't even think of that. But yeah. Also, another fun fact. Actually, I might as well show this. Let me put back on tab. I don't know if this is true. No, this is still true. This is in the right version. I know this is only in some versions, but it is in this version. Okay, look at how many anvils I have. Okay, you don't need to know the number. The answer is there's more than one. Watch this. Wait. Oh, I'm a moron. You can't put torches on. Okay, guys, I promise I'm a smart Minecraft player. Let me just, okay. Okay, it didn't happen. Yeah, no, it did. I think I can demonstrate it better. Let me be more clear. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 anvils. Alright, let me play these ones. 1. You get 1. Because, and I'm pretty sure it's because the anvils keep killing themselves. But, yeah, if you, oh, there's some more here. Okay, 5. Sure, I got 5. Sometimes you only get 1. But, yeah, that's another fun-ish fact, I guess. The question, did you use resistance for reducing your damage, or did you manage to actually take nearly 0 damage? No, yeah. Like, you literally take exactly 0 damage in every one of these. He could keep blowing up crystals there for as long as he wants. All I have is a Blast Prot 4 helmet and this defense, and we're on easy mode. No blast or no resistance needed. You can try this. You won't take any damage if you've got the right setup. You have to fully block it though.
Look happy.
Okay, let's cut back to here.
This is not going to turn out.
This part's really
I'm just delaying
awkward because the
inevitable,
guards
'cause I can't
don't
get these
fight me.
stupid guards off me.
This is cool though. I had one person moving the bridge while at the same time I was moving this like terrain, and combined this is also
not going to
kind of
turn
one of
out
my
well.
favorite shots.
I'm just delaying the
just
inevitable,
because
'cause I
like it's just so much moving in one
Get
scene.
these stupid-
It's like it. I just think it's kind of like a grand I don't know what the word is. I'm not good with words.
Guards off me.
Build up to him.
But it's
I
a
just
good
need
one.
some way to lose them, but I can never run away
It did
fast
require
enough.
2 people to
Get ready
roll
to
at a
drop
time.
in case he jumps off.
Wait, that gives me a very dumb idea. And then there's this epic shot. Now, problem with this shot is it's me clutching onto the side of the train, which there's an obvious problem with that. Look very closely at the track, and you will see that the track is not moving because you can't really fall in the right slow motion, right? So originally, it was the way it was supposed to be is I would land like this, then I would cut to first person of me doing the same thing, like first person of me doing the whole jump, because I do have that footage, like of me doing the whole jump and landing here, which looks really cool because clutches look cool, but the train isn't moving, so it's me clutching onto a stationary train. So I just had to cut it, and then I had to cut to me being here, so that you don't see the fact that the train's moving as I get off the cobweb. And
There's
so
no
it kind of
way.
wasn't great. Then, of course, the next use of the anvil run.
Oh, I'm already almost out of anvils.
Ah! And then the last use, of course, is the anvil crawl glitch, which some people were like, why didn't you use the pickaxe to get in there? Which I think is funny. I think it's funny that I didn't use a pickaxe. The answer to why I didn't think of that is because in the original train, which is this direction, I said this at the very beginning of the stream, and I told you it was important, and this is the point where it's important. Well, actually, it's not that important, but it just the original train model that I tested on was made out of obsidian. And it was supposed to be obsidian the whole time, but Corey didn't like it looking like obsidian, and they designed it like this. So we decided that instead the canon thing would be that I just have mining fatigue the whole time, and then it runs out just before the final part where I like mine out at the end. That but I didn't want to keep applying mining fatigue to myself every time that I had to respawn and take myself to half a heart and give myself the right amount of hunger. It was just another thing to remember, and I forgot. But that was the idea. I killed the Guardian, but I still had the mining fatigue all the way up until this point, and then it ran out, which wasn't seen in the video. But yeah, since I didn't have mining fatigue there, and I did have an iron pickaxe, and it wasn't made out of obsidian, yes, I could have easily gotten there really quickly. But yeah, whatever. Enjoy Amogus love. We're not gonna look at that anymore. That was some cursed 3 a.m. energy.
They're still following me.
He's stuck.
I have to get in the train. I know there's some way you can get in crawl mode with anvils.
This was also completely quiet.
Okay, I'm blocking off all the windows and doors because I really need time to think. This is probably going to be my last chance to somehow figure out how to get away from the guards without them noticing.
And then, of course, I deliberately told Corey to make the roof out of something like looms. Well, I didn't say looms, but it's just something that looks really a lot like the daylight detector.
Leave me alone. Go away.
This scene's a bit awkward.
Thanks for the water.
It's probably
Alright,
fine.
okay, I think I'm safe. Now I need to come up with a plan before the guards get in.
Starfish
How
is
do we get out of
back!
this
The
train
ivory
without
music
taking
is
any
back!
damage and without
Woo!
getting caught. Chorus fruit would be really nice, but I don't have any of that. What can I craft?
Can I make a daylight detector? Okay. Alright, now that I've mentioned daylight detectors, we're gonna shut up this video for a second, and I have to tell you all about today's sponsor, Daylight Detectors. I mentioned earlier that anvils are like one of my favorite blocks. Daylight detectors are my favorite item, period. Ever. I love daylight detectors. They are so cool. Most people don't even know how to make them. Which is one of the things here that I wanted to like point out. Like, look, I know how to make a daylight detector. All right. Everyone shut up for a second. I'm going to talk about daylight detectors. So, first of all, for prison rushing, they're like just objectively the best. I learned that for breaking into like defenses, that was where I first learned how cool they are. Because let me just demonstrate this somewhere. First thing that's so great about them, obvious, we're gonna start with the most mild things, then go to the most absurd. Cobblestone generators. You guys probably know this from Ivory. They're one of the few blocks that stop pistons. You can block any kind of, cobble regen thing, and they break really fast. You can just break them really quickly, right? But that's not all. That's not all. Because they're this height, they also destroy all falling blocks. So they can destroy anvil walls or sand walls instantly. But not only that, they don't waterlog or lava log. So if you're going through bubble elevators or through straight lava or through lava grid defenses, you just place these and they stop any cobblestone from generating, and you can just mine through them like they're nothing. You know that mining defense in Neptune's monument? That mining defense, that lava grid, that's definitely a mining... But no, here's the craziest part. Ready? You guys, I know this is known, but just look at that. You can fit in them. And there's no other block that you can do this with where you can just place like imagine okay, let me get inside one of these train cars. Okay? You're in a room full of lava all the way up to the ceiling. You can just place daylight detectors like this and you won't burn at all. Like, you can just crawl on the ceiling with them. Like, it's just, oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this fact. I just think it's so, like, visually, it's so fun to do, to just crawl on a ceiling with daylight detectors. And I wanted to involve that in the video somehow, but I couldn't, like, find a use for just crawling with daylight detectors. So the thing you see in the video is what I ended up doing. But, oh, there's another thing. Wait, let me go to the nether real quick. Let me just do that. Gotta show you one more thing. Okay. I've got a very useless thing for you. If you guys are ever in the... Let me find some big open nether. If you guys are ever in the nether and you want to get onto the ceiling, but it's really hard. You've got fireworks, right? But how are you going to get... Wait, come on. Switch me to survival. Okay, there we go. You're like, how do I get up here? Because you can't just get into a little crevice or something. Just imagine we're in like a huge wide open area and we can't just get up into one of these. Like up into that basalt area. You can use the daylight detector. Once you get to the top, you can just place the daylight detector and then you're up here. And then boom, you can start mining. Completely, like, you're never gonna actually do that in survival. But people need to appreciate daylight detectors more. The fact that you can just crawl in them gives you so many, like, abilities. Yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you guys have earned a better appreciation for daylight detectors. Why do all prison escapists sound adorable? What do you mean? Weeping vines and ender pearls. Okay, dude. We didn't ask for your better opinions. Canadian, do you play modded Minecraft? Not really. You probably said this earlier, but how do you get the train moving effect? Just to summarize again, just really quickly, I use world edit / move to move the train one block at a time, and then I speed up the footage by a ton so it moves really fast. And then anytime I'm on the train, I have the same thing happen in reverse, but with the background. I have someone else move the background backwards and then speed up that footage. And that's the summary. Alright.
Oh, I can. This is gonna sound really dumb, but I have a genius plan.
Then I craft my favorite block.
I think I can sneak up through the ceiling. If this works, the guards are about to fall for the oldest trick in the book. If not, I'm 100%.
The incompetent guards don't have a pickaxe, so they have to look in some of the other storage rooms to find a pickaxe.
Dead. Just have to fit myself in here before they break in. Come on. You might be able to see where this is going now.
Then they break in and
Wait,
they're like,
where is he?
He has to still be in here.
Okay, I can hear the guards below me. I don't think they see me.
And then this is what's so great about the daylight detector. I'm basically inside, like, the ceiling is only one block. It's just a block and then obsidian, but I'm still inside the ceiling because you can fit in the daylight detector.
It really helps that the bottom of the
so
daylight
cool.
detector texture looks almost exactly like the ceiling. So I think there's a pretty good chance.
Although I should mention, I tested this on the live actors. I didn't tell them what I was doing. I just told them to walk in and see if they could find me. But they could see the animation.
Texture looks
They could see the animation of the pickaxe, so they immediately looked up and they're like, "Oh, I can see the animation of the pickaxe."
almost
mining."
exactly like the.
So this actually didn't even work. I think if I rotated a different way, they wouldn't have seen it though. So I'm still counting this as legit. I don't think they would have found me, unless they used like
I think there's a pretty
F3A.
good chance that they don't ever see me. That's it. I'm out. That plan worked perfectly. They can't find me.
Did you hear that?
Now I can finally get to the front of the stupid train. All right.
Let's do this. Okay. Stop this train,
Or what?
or I kill you and stop it myself. It actually got to the point. So again, this isn't Sven here. This is someone disguised
Stop this
as Sven.
train.
But I asked Sven if he wanted to do voice lines for this, and he didn't respond for like 2 weeks, even though we had already recorded this scene. So I didn't even know if Sven was going to be the conductor in this. So we re-recorded this scene, but with Corey as the conductor, as an alternate thing, and the lines had to be different because they play a different role in the lore. Like, I can't say you're taking me to a new guy's vault prison because that's not that's a Sven thing. And I'm so glad that Sven finally responded to my DMs and sent the footage, because these lines are way better. The ones I came up with for Corey just didn't make, like, they were just bad. These ones were fine though, and Sven did an okay job. He felt like it sounded like he was like up at 3 a.m., but he did fine.
Or what?
Or I kill you and stop it myself.
Sven? I heard that you died.
That's a reference to Ivory lore, because Sven gets killed.
So you must be the one running this whole operation. You must have some new better than Gaia's vault prison you're taking me to, right?
Not exactly.
No?
Is everything under control?
Mostly. He seems to remember more than he should, though. Fortunately, we have a procedure for
Remember more
this.
than what? Procedure? Excuse me? What?
Yeah, I really did not know how to do this ending, so I just had the music stop. Like, I needed some way to give an effect of pulling this lever is a big deal.
What's going on?
It's just a
Why did the
strange
music
scene. And I feel like that transition was also not great. Like, I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, then I just pretty much play the scene from the beginning in reverse, which clues you into the fact that, oh, if the beginning was me remembering everything, then this is me forgetting everything. And also, I don't know if you guys have seen this. You probably noticed, but look at this little texture. There's a bunch of hoppers. You're basically going through this like hopper spiral. This like slow rotating spiral. I want to show you the actual spiral real quick, just because, just where I recorded that, because I might as well. I think it's over this way, about. There was a giant black box here, and I said, ignore this black box. It's just this. I made a circle, covered it in hoppers, then turned it into a staircase, like just matching the circle. Like I just manually built it, following the path of the circle. Then I removed the original circle, and then I / stacked it, of course. And then I lowered the FOV and just put a camera through this. And that's pretty much how that was done. So this is that set. It's just a big slinky of hoppers. Alright. Now I'll move on again. Anyway, let's see what you are saying. I'm removing lava for a perimeter right now, and I can already use the daylight detector thing. Oh, nice! I'm glad. If you guys ever find daylight detector uses, let me know. Or actually, don't. It doesn't matter. Just use them more. They're actually really expensive now that I think about it to make. They require a lot of wood, but whatever. They were testing. What would you come up with for an escape? What? Wait, extra question. Does it have to do something with the hopper escape video? Does what have something to do with that? How many things can you... What? I don't understand that question. I'll just wait Till it gets explained better. Pretty much the end. What? Then there's this cool scene.
Where am I?
Boop. He's dead now. He's back into cell. And then, I got kind of disappointed about this. I placed a sign in this room. This room right here. I put a sign down, which I guess wasn't in this copy. That said, what the sign said was Panopticon Resupply. Which was to imply that this room was just the supply room for... Wait, hopefully... No, the sign isn't there. Which is... It's the room that resupplies the... And it's full of netherite, get it? Because the Panopticon uses a ton of netherite. I wish the sign was there. It would have been such a cool Easter egg. But that was the point. This was literally meant to be just storage for the Panopticon. Here's a bunch of rooms Corey made that I just wanted to show off because they didn't even show up in the video.
Next stop, Daedalus Labyrinth.
And then I reveal that it will come out in this month, unless you look at this particular frame right here, which says maybe it'll come out in January. And that's the end. Then we show more B-roll of the train that I never ended up using because I wanted to use more of that. And that's it. How do you... Wait, let me... Can you use them for detecting? Yes, you can use daylight detectors for detecting, in fact. I bet 99% of you do not know how a daylight detector works, because even I barely understand exactly, like in full, the redstone capabilities of a daylight detector. They're so useless. Like no one ever uses a daylight detector for functional redstone. Could you have done it so the ending is just waking up from a simulation, so like they were testing what you would come up with while trying to escape? Dude, that is like 500 IQ. That's an interesting concept. Did you already start recording the next video? Actually, in the 5 months I was gone, I basically started like 3 or 4 different videos. So they've all been started, all been like pretty much recorded. They all just need to be edited. So all the effort I spent, all the downtime that I was gone, it was really just me preparing a bunch of videos. So they'll all come out pretty soon, relatively soon. I'm not gonna but it's not gonna take 5 months. We're gonna finally reap the rewards of months of starting and stopping projects. I have one puzzle utilizing a daylight detector. Yes! Yes, thank you! That is good. I actually have a few in one of these maps I made. Coming soon. Is it an honor to be called the new Ivory? A little bit. I'm glad I'm more... I prefer... I would prefer not to be directly compared, but I like that people at least aren't being like, wow, you're almost as good as Ivory. Because that's what people used to be like. I got so many comments of people being like, from like my fac rooms prison, there were so many comments that were like, why would you give so many items? You know, Ivory's gonna show you how you actually can't, like they were all just like passive aggressive. Ivory could actually escape this really easily. You probably don't realize. Like, someone who has not been involved in the technological development of the community in a year, 2 years, literally 2 years. Not actually 2 years. I'm pretty sure just one. Oh yeah, just one. But, they do not, whatever. I'm not going to rant about that either. But, no, Ivory is a completely different person. Oh, by the way, check out Raven's Revenge, deserves more views. Actually, yeah, kind of true. At least you're going to be trapped in a really fun cell. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry to Ivory, but you're so much better than Ivory. Thanks. Actually, thanks, but I won't fully endorse that comment because that's, but I appreciate it. Yes, I will have a consistent upload schedule someday. No, I won't have a consistent upload schedule, but I will definitely upload at least once a month, probably more, but like it'll definitely be at that level. You ever see a YouTuber like not upload for forever? It's not like I know everyone has their own different reasons, but it's not because they like don't really care, like they're too rich, don't need the money at the moment, or don't have any ideas necessarily. I went to bed like every day, not every day, but so many days with in my mind just thinking, shoot, that's another day that I haven't uploaded. Like I felt bad every single time. It's not something I wanted to do. Like, so I'm definitely gonna try and not do it. I do have incentive to upload regularly. It's just, just turned 18, had to deal with real life things, then had to build like 2 giant escape rooms for Captain Sparkles, then had a really bad sense of how long a Minecraft movie was going to take to edit, then got distracted with an event that a certain YouTuber I shall not name is doing, which is a video I will feature in whenever he finishes editing that. Probably can't say any more than that. But yeah, I got involved in too many things. I'm not going to do it again. Probably. I've learned. Would you be up to record a bit for a video involving prisons? Probably not worth asking. At Canadian the Catboy. Maybe. Actually I want to show you guys this thing. I don't know how many people have seen this. But I started making a playlist of every video. Oh my gosh, it's an ad for healthcare. Actually, that could probably dox me, because sometimes those ads tell you what region you live in. But it's a video. It's just a playlist of every single video in order that I've like intentionally featured in, at least, not like. So there's a few escape videos. Like if someone makes a video about me or an event that I was in that I didn't know about, I don't count those. There's quite a few Seawalk Gaming ones. But yeah, sometimes people just ask, like, hey, can you record a few lines for this thing, like McSwee. Just wanted me to... Oh my gosh! Alright, we gotta... Guys, get some Shine Bright. I don't even know what that's an ad for. Is it the jewelry, or like... I guess it's jewelry. Now it's Ruffles. I just wanted to show. I don't know why I'm even getting to this part. You guys should watch this video. It's actually pretty cool. It is arguably invalid, but yeah, I get to fight him in it. Especially when people ask me to play their escape rooms. That's another thing. Watto asked me to be in his escape room, and he's the fam, so I did his one here. I did Weefy's one, and also some other guy named Gearshift made like a prison using a bunch of command blocks. And I also featured in this one. It was a bunch of like stuff like falling sand blocks, invisible textures. You have to type /trigger commands. A bunch of really interesting puzzles. And of course, by the very end, big surprise, guys. I just have to show this off to you guys. Of all the people who featured, no, I accidentally cut to the next thing. Whatever. Point is, I got the fastest time. I'm the best. All praise me. Ken doesn't use an ad block. He escaped the ads. No, I don't use an ad block because I don't like... I feel like some of them are a bit suspicious. And also, I'm just used to tactically avoiding ads. My strategy is to just, when there's a few videos I want to watch, I just open them all in different tabs and have every single ad play at the same time.
And then when the first video starts, I like unpause the other ads. I have them all muted, so it's not like I'm hearing 50 ads at once. And then you can just watch a video, and then every video after that, the ad is already played, so you don't have any more ads. It's like tactical ad avoidance. Speaking of which, I can't wait for you to see mine. I've got puzzles where you have... Yes! Oh, Grant, I really need to play yours. That was one of the things. When I said I have a bunch of, like, videos that I've, like, started that I haven't actually done yet, one of them was the escaping a bunch of, like, fan prisons. I say like a lot. I'm not good at speaking, but... and I got people to make them. I have a huge list of maps I haven't played yet, because I've been procrastinating, like, you know. But yeah, that definitely is one of the ideas. I can finally get to everyone's escape rooms that they made for me, like, 6 months ago. I don't use an ad blocker because it turned out to... No, I kind of... Like, as a YouTuber, it feels wrong to use an ad blocker, because I get my money from ads. So it feels, like, cheap to deprive other people. I know it's, like, not really... It just like, feels morally wrong. I don't mind the ads. It's not good for streaming, though. You should use an ad blocker for streaming, but I don't stream enough to need it for that. Yo, you hit 100 likes. Wow, that's crazy. Who asked? I have a question. Why no Cobweb MLG of Train? Oh, off Train. Yeah, I explained this earlier. My argument is, my physics argument is that you can't land off a train. You can't MLG off the train because you have too much forward velocity. So if you, like, placed something like a cobweb or water, you'd be moving too far to the side. Like, if you ever try clutching after, like with a Elytra, if you, like, let go, like, remove a Elytra while you're still flying really far forward and try clutching, you can't. Well, maybe you can, but you're moving too much to the side. So that's why one of the guards says he couldn't have survived when I say I could have jumped off the train. I didn't explain that well in the video, but that was supposed to be what the reason was. You just can't survive any MLG. What about in the river? That bridge definitely goes over... Dude, if that bridge goes over a river, that is a big river. Because that bridge lasts a long time. I'm pretty sure that's a full-on ocean it goes over. I love how your player model squirmed all over the place from teleportation while you were in crawl mode. It's not teleportation. It's literally just me swimming forward. Like I'm just holding W as someone in spectator inside me. I'm pretty sure it was Branbert was doing / move. But since as you're swimming, your arms move. When you speed that up, I'm like... Yeah. Biggest river. It is such a huge bridge. Seriously. It does not make sense. I think it's kind of cool, though. Like visually, it's like, wow, that's a big bridge, even though it does not make logistical sense to make a bridge that big. Make a nether port. Yeah, send the train into the nether. I know that's not what you were saying, but just transportation would be a lot faster if your train went through a nether portal. You could get things places much quicker. In that scene, yeah, I was moving the train in that scene when I went under the tunnel. That's the only time that the train is moving while I'm on it. Any other time you see the train moving, no one's on it. It's just the train hollow being / moved with world edit commands. And anytime I'm inside the train and you see other movement, as I've said many times, it's just the terrain outside moving the opposite direction. Why didn't you just move the background? Oh, I do. Yeah. Anytime I'm like inside the train and I look outside the window, then it's the background moving. But I can't always move the background because the background has more blocks than the train does. Is Ray's Works an escapable prison really escapable? No. There's that big problem with it that no one's been able to fix. There's just a fundamental bug with armor stands where no one knows exactly why. We think it's coordinate based, but there are some places where you can, like, the armor stands don't even work. Like, you can just mine through them. Like, you just mine past them. Which, the place it's built in the Ray's Works download, I'm pretty sure it's convincing. but we've built a similar cell in other places, and you can just mine through the armor stands. Like you don't even mine them, you just mine the blocks around. How long did it actually take to make? To record this video? Let me switch back to Minecraft. To record the video, it took like 3 days maybe, not very long. To edit it though, that took longer. It shouldn't have taken longer, but it did. I just procrastinated a lot. I edited the majority of it in that single day. When I was on the countdown, when I made that community post that said, "Give me 14 hours and I'll make this." That's when I edited like the majority of the whole video in just like one day. But yeah, the only reason it took a month was being lazy, doing other projects. And recording only took like 3 days though. Yeah. You should show us the in-game hours on the server. Well, this is the server. See, yeah. Oh boy. It's only gonna show up for this world because we have multiverse. This is the world where this is the world where I built the escape room for Captain Sparkles, both of them, which might be my next video, just explaining those. If you guys haven't heard, you should definitely watch them. Go to Captain Sparkles' channels. They actually got quite a few views. Yeah, let's look at them for just this particular world. So it won't be an accurate representation of how long it took to record this. I spent a lot of time just AFK on it, or control. I'm dumb. It's here. Statistics. Where's time again? Is it at T for just time played? 24 days. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. 24 days. Cool. Can watch Vishy's video on stream. I'm not sure if it should make a puzzle out of What is the guards will be watching Vault Choose Your Own Adventure? Do you have an idea how many editing hours went into it? Editing hours is hard to measure because I had the editing software open for a long time and I would just go in sometime. Like, I'd just be watching YouTube all day and then I'd go into tab. 1 second, Avatar. I'm just gonna, like, answer a few more questions. But I would just go into tab and just, like, change a few more things. Sometimes I'd wake up, start working, get bored, and then close it and then play Portal or something. Actually, not Portal. But, GeoGuessr. Just whatever. To estimate how many hours though, the last section took like the one day where I was editing for a long time. I spent like 18 hours, and then the next day I spent like another 4, so that's like 22. And then the rest of it I would say would be an equal amount of time, so maybe 44 hours of editing, which actually is not crazy for a video like that. Like, that's not really a lot. What prison did you make for Captain Sparkles? Oh, maybe I should link him. Let me just. I can go find him. Here. Captain Sparkles. That's not how you spell it, actually. Okay. All right. This one and this one. Both with like way more views than he normally gets. 149, 79, 78, 65. Okay, these ones have a lot, but so do these ones. Not to brag. And it's just Seawalk Gaming and Captain Sparkles in a co-op.
Hey
room.
Jerry, what's...
Why? No, stop advertising to me. Look at this comment. 600 likes, but then I had a very good idea. Yes! Yes, the meme. The meme has influenced the community. I'm gonna make a video on this soon. This has so many like crazy puzzles. I'd recommend seeing it before mine comes out. You don't have to now. It's like 50 minutes, but
there's a big section with the, oh, it'd be over here, with flying machines and stuff. That's just it's just fun. It's one of my best puzzles. I worked really hard on those. Why is it OMS is cool and not OMSI school? To this day, C-Walk Gaming actually doesn't know OMS' name. He calls him OMSI cool. He doesn't actually know how to pronounce it. So go to OMS school. Premium gives creators money and no ads. Premium gives creators money? What? That doesn't make sense. Premium is paid. If premium... Okay. Let me be clear. Okay, so you say premium gives money. Are you getting a net gain as if you're not even paying? You're not even paying for premium. You're just getting money for having it. Like, you just get it and you're getting money? Or are you saying that you pay less for it because you're a creator, so it's like kind of like you're getting paid, even though you're the one paying more? Or are you just saying it's like completely free? Oh, that's what you. Oh, sorry. I completely misunderstood what you meant. You mean if you have premium, then you creators still get money when you watch them. I do get that. I just don't want to pay for premium. Sorry, I was way confused there. I get what you're saying now. You pay the people that you're watching. Indirectly. Yeah, I just don't want to pay. I just don't want to pay for premium. I don't want to, like, I'm way too cheap for that. Do you eat cheese curds? I don't think I do. Make an escape room that can be built in survival? Well, if that bedrock collecting glitch does still work and we just did it wrong, there should be a way to get bedrock in 1.18 that isn't patched. Fishy videos, 5 minutes. Fine, we'll watch the fishy video. I don't want to look at my analytics on stream, I'll be honest. That's too risky. I'll accidentally dox myself somehow. Oh, it's a premiere. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll wait. I don't want to watch it on Premiere. But you should enable donations and Premium will pay for itself since it makes a better viewing experience without ads. Yeah. I can't enable donations on this channel. It's not monetized. Something's wrong with my monetization because I'm pretty sure I only have one ad. I'm struggling to get multiple accounts monetized. I'm not very good at that. Getting that to... It's just some bug I couldn't fix because I'm trying to use the same AdSense account. You're not supposed to use multiple. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use the same one for any channel. But it's being sus. Also doesn't help that my account... I originally got monetized before I was 18, and legally you can't create an AdSense account if you're not an adult, so I had to use my dad's account, and now trying to transfer AdSense accounts is... Improve Gertbook's fault. I would totally give all my money to the cat boy. Aw, thanks. It's fine though. Don't worry about it. The train was a bit... Train actually did lag on a few scenes. It was messy, but I kind of rushed editing at the end. What the heck is chat rate? This is a dumb question. Oh, that's how many, like, chat messages sent? The chat rate of the stream, the most recent... No, what is this? What is this number? What does this mean? Is that how many chat messages are sent per minute? Or... No, because you're sending more than 4. Well, I mean, I guess a moment ago it was like 8. Yeah, I guess no, 4 would make sense. Maybe it is that. Messages per minute. Okay, that's what I thought. You don't have a Patreon? I don't have a Patreon either. I could make one, I just don't need one right now. Like, I'll make one later. It's the chat rate. What do you not understand? Well, I didn't know what it was by, and now I know it's by minutes.
What should we do now? I guess the fishy thing's about to start. I mentioned earlier. Hi, I just joined the stream. Nice. Yeah, I've pretty much explained everything. I've pretty much gone through everything I wanted to go through. Sorry. Set up join button. I can't set up a join button. The channel's not monetized. I can't do anything until. Oh, you mean main? You guys just want to give me money. That's all. That's all I'm hearing. You guys just want to give me money. The membership thing just feels so invasive. Every time like you look at a channel and they're like, "Hey, do you want to join this channel? You want to start giving?" I never understood that. I mean, I'd appreciate it, like people willing to like donate, but I personally would never. Maybe I've never felt like I needed to donate to a channel, and that's why I also kind of don't set up donations for myself either, because I do get it in cases where people just don't make enough money from YouTube directly. But so far I do. I make enough money. I don't need. I mean, I still live in my parents' basement, so I don't need any money. But will you still do prison escapes on second channel? Yeah, actually. If everything goes to plan and I don't procrastinate, this is real, I'm going to upload a cinematic escape on this channel tomorrow. Tomorrow. Very good one. And it features a prison community legend that you're probably not going to guess. Very OG member of the community. Not a lot of people know who it is, though. And it's coming out tomorrow. You guys the VOD will remain upright. Yeah, I should probably leave up the VOD. I'll leave up the VOD on the set because I think they split live now, right? Into a separate category. Which is my only incentive. Otherwise, I wouldn't have left it up. Is it better than FF comma though? Nothing is better than FF comma. Fishy Vid is premiering. You guys ready to hear premiere music? I hate the premiere music. Okay, sorry. Alright, let's watch this. Can you escape? The guards would be watching Vault. Choose your own adventure. While this is loading, I'm just gonna give a really brief bit of context, just because I'm pretty sure not 100% of people here know what the heck is this. No, the guards would be watching. I know most of you do, but just while we're waiting here, this is a troll prison. This is also a joke prison that Avatar made to basically make fun of the idea of prisons that guards. There are certain people in the community who we shall not name, who basically look at any escape method that involves like the visiting process and stuff, and they respond with, the guards would be watching. And so the idea is there are just thousands and thousands of guards in this dirt box, and you cannot escape because if any of the guards see you, they will instantly trigger the kill switch. And that's the joke. It's a terribly made prison, but the guards would be watching, and therefore you can't escape. And there's a bunch of other like inside jokes and bits. And okay. Let's go to the beginning of this thing. All right.
Some are very humane, some are very inhumane. Some even allow you to have nearly every item in the game. But there's one prison
poetry.
better than every single one of
I don't know if you can really hear this.
It was released 1 year ago.
Can you hear this?
It's called The Guards Would Be Watching Vault, the most secure prison ever built, having hundreds of always online robot guards constantly watching the prison. So, can you escape?
They use the Daedalus Labyrinth music. Can you escape? The guards will be watching Vault. Choose your adventure. Woohoo! This is so exciting. There's also a lot of cats. There are a lot of cats in it.
At the end of this video, you will be asked a question, and 2 videos will appear on screen. You will pick whatever video corresponds to your choice. But be careful, your choices will directly change the story and the success of your escape. And remember, the guards are always watching.
They are watching. Alright, sorry, just gonna check, because I asked earlier if you guys can hear, and I wanted to see what you... Make it a bit louder. It's as loud as it can
B, I think. Well, maybe I can. I actually can increase the audio on OBS. Okay, it might be better now. Okay, all right. Let's go.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
This is
Fishy.
the guard to be watching.
Hi.
Can you help me escape it?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Good, very good.
I'm the world's best escapist.
I first need to know,
I'm
are you a
famous for this.
beginner or more of an expert escapist?
I'm an expert, dude. I'm the best. I don't even need to ask you guys for this one. I was gonna like, I was gonna have it. Actually, no. You know what? I'll still let you guys decide. Should we go beginner or expert? That's your choice. The viewers would be watching. That's what they do. You should probably make a poll. Let me make a poll, actually. I'll make a poll real quick. It's only going to go for like 30 seconds, but you guys can just see me making the poll. This is such a scuffed stream. Beginner. I'm just going to say which one. And then expert. Alright. That's it. We're done. That's done. Done question. No, I don't want to add more options. I actually would not like to add more options. Remove these ones. Oh, I see the confusion. Okay. I'm competent. All right. Go for it. 30 seconds. Oh, everyone says expert. You know what? Screw this poll. Poll's already over. Everyone says expert. Everyone said expert. All right. We're going expert. I don't even care. Vocal majority.
I see. So you're an expert escapist, apparently. Okay. So
Yes,
this is the
of
guards
course.
to be watching Vault.
No, you
There's
told me
about
already.
100 guards online at all times. They're robots, and if they hear any sound of us breaking in, they will instantly activate an area ban. So
Just shift.
I think we have
Easy.
two options here. So I think we should either try to chunk skip, or
Chunk
use an
skipping is
invisible
loud.
kit to try to break in. So
Invisible kit.
which one do you think we should do?
Ooh, okay. Chunk skipping or invisible kit. Just so you guys know, chunk skipping physically won't work. I'm just letting you know that for now. Chunk skipping requires some of the chunks to be unloaded, but there are guards loading the chunks, so that literally won't work. An invisible kit involves a shulker box that is invisible for the visiting process, which is an escape that has proven to be worked. So I'm not trying to sway the vote here, but do you think we should use the invisible kit or the chunk skipping method? Chunk skipping won't work. Just say I'm not biased. Totally up to you. Might as well make the poll again. Chunk skip invisible kit. All right. I shouldn't snap. You can probably hear that. It's not good audio. Okay, you guys have 30 seconds. Skips chunks because funny fail. It skips chunks because of lazy velocity. Not to be a nerd here, but actually the way that a chunk skipping machine works is that when an entity has too much velocity and enters a lazy loaded chunk, it'll on a Spigget MC server. Actually, I probably couldn't explain it very well. How is it close? It's like close. It shouldn't be this close. Guys, you're voting the wrong one. What the? Chunk skipping just to see the fail. Fine. All right, we're going with that. Watto. Wait, oh shoot, you guys can't see this. Oh shoot, sorry, I didn't realize. Well, I just got on the server I'm on. I didn't realize I didn't have Minecraft open though. But, okay, let's go. Chunk skipping, that's what you said.
Oh, hello. So, this is the chunk skipper I was telling you about. So,
That's the
we're gonna
chunk
have George
skipper.
over here, and he's gonna chunk skip, and it should get Leon out. Probably. Maybe. He has multiple explosives on him. So he might blow up.
That
Everything will be fine. Anyways,
Don't. No, it's gonna blow
put on
up.
your armor, and we're gonna go through the portal, and I'll enable the chunk skipper. All right. Yeah, so it's enabled.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, I'll give you some pearls. There you go.
We
And
don't.
then
Oh, I guess we need to.
we'll go into
Yeah,
the
go into
nether
the portal,
and
so that the chunks
hopefully we'll be
unload.
chunk skipped when we're back.
Okay, and now we're gonna
All
come
right,
back,
through.
and the llama should be
Okay.
gone.
It seems like a chunk skipped. Very nice. All right. And maybe our prisoner. Yep. Our prisoner escaped. Very cool.
Wait.
All right.
But the prisoner escaped.
Well,
What?
Thank you for the help, I guess.
What? Excuse me? Wait, that was the end? Huh? That's not possible. That's not how that works. What? George can chunk skip into loaded chunks, just so you know. George cannot. No one can chunk skip into loaded Okay, fine. I'm gonna do the other one this time. Okay, wait. Alright. This one better not fail.
All right. Hello. So there's a guard intently watching. Oh, never mind. The guard is not The guard is watching.
Guys, the guide is watching.
All right. Let's just come over here.
Guys, I think the
All
guard...
right, so just pick up that shulker box.
That kid is very
It's
visible.
fine.
That is a very
and
visible
you're
kid.
just gonna visit.
That is what
Yes,
I
the
would
guards are
call
always
visible.
watching.
Hello and welcome to the Guards to be Watching Vault visiting process where I'm always watching you. Anyways, I'd like you to set your spawn at this convenient location shown in the Guards to be Watching Vault official video for anyone to see. Right-click the bed, please.
This isn't gonna work. Wait, this is gonna fail.
Yeah, also that's definitely an invisible kit, right? So this is the part
That's
where I kill
definitely
you.
invisible. It's just not. There's no way this is gonna work.
Respawn. Okay. What were you holding? I was watching.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You
Wait,
may
he
now
let
be
us
the
go?
prisoner, and I have
He saw the
absolutely
item
no
in our
suspicions
hands.
that you smuggled in items at all.
How are we going into the ZPIs?
No, I need to be watching. I am going to be watching. I am watching. Always. Tell me when you're over with your visit.
Okay, they just cut the part with him throwing the item.
Please step out of the cell.
Alright, so he's throwing the invisible kit to the prisoner. Somehow.
Okay. Well, another great
kind
day
of a bad
for the guard
guard.
to be watching Vault.
He must work for the train. The one train. Cause okay, that worked too. Okay, cool. Cool, guys, we did it. We escaped again. The whole prison is a joke. Nothing makes sense in this universe. Alright, fine. Fine. Look, I caught him. I caught him red-handed. Boo. Hi. Alright. Should we do the beginner? Should we do the beginner one? Or I don't know. Look at this. Then someone in the comments was like, bro, why did you use the boat? You could have just made a trapdoor. The boat is way cooler, though. And also, I needed the wood for later. Trapdoor uses 6 wood, and I needed the wood for the daylight detector later. So that person is wrong. There's no way I would have known that, but they're still wrong. Okay. What do you say? Beginner? Alright, let's do beginner. Hello, fishy.
Oh, so you're a rather beginner escapist. Okay.
Yes, I've
That's
never done
fine.
this
Well,
before.
you still could probably help us. So, Guards Would Be Watching Vault is a very secure prison. It doesn't have any outer bands, but there is one inner band, and there's hundreds of guards watching.
Well,
us
there's
at
also the
all times,
ZPIs,
so
fishy. There's also
we're
the
gonna have to be
ZPIs.
very
We can't
careful
forget
when we try to
those.
escape. I personally think, because you're a beginner, we should try to use either TNT minecarts or an invisibility potion to just mine it. But what do you think?
Okay, I'm just gonna warn you now. Invisibility, you will get caught. They can see particles. TNT minecarts are an escape that have been done before and proven to work. I've done it on this channel, so I'm not trying to sway the vote. But TNT minecarts are the very clear best answer. Totally up to you, though. And what was the other? Invisibility. Yeah, there's your options. There's your options. Oh, now I see what I'm doing wrong. Okay. I'm learning. Use invisibility, no bias. Fishy! No! Ken, sway vote, everyone. No. No, you're not gonna vote for invisibility. Yeah, should have expected that. Should have seen that coming. Okay, alright, fine. Well, we'll do this wrong. I see what your clear preference is. Okay. Invisibility, whatever. Whenever it loads. Hello, Fishy.
Alright, hello. So, I have an Invis potion here, so you're gonna take that.
Oh, okay.
It probably won't wear off while you're... It probably won't wear off when you're inside. And there might not be some demon in there. It'll be fine.
Demon?
Have a good time!
Demon? That's not in the handbook. Wait, why are we doing this ourselves? What?
Hello. I've been expecting you.
Wait, we're not even invisible. We're not invisible anymore.
So, hey, no. You can't get out of this. No, you can't get out of this. Listen to me. Listen.
What?
I know you.
Is this the demon?
Listen, just you're probably in your bed on your phone, just scrolling through. You saw this, thought it might be fun.
What?
Fun to watch a video about my prison. This is mine. I own this. And you enter my premises. I've been watching here for years. The real avatar, I'm a clone of him. The real one just put me here.
Oh my gosh.
Just to rot. No, don't you step. Don't you take a step.
No. If we escape the prison, you don't have to work here anymore.
Look to your left.
If we free the prison,
Did you lock?
bruh. No, he
The
did.
guards aren't just watching in Minecraft.
He's doing the Markiplier thing from the Markiplier.
That's fine.
Whatever it was called. The one Choose Your Own Adventure that was gonna be for that big event, the one that got canceled. The ending, which Avatar was so obsessed with, was "Is your door locked?" By the way, I just want to be clear here. My door is locked, but it is still your choice. So, oh my gosh, I will never not click that option. I'll still let you choose. You learned the perfect attitude of a streamer throughout this stream. This is hilarious. This video is actually... Yeah. Unlocked. You guys just keep picking the wrong one. You deliberately pick exactly what I tell you not to do. Unlock your door, Ken. I'm actually not going to unlock my door. I'd rather not. I feel like if someone walked in, you know. Petition for Canadian face reveal. Nah. Okay, fine. I'm already gonna end the poll. I already know what you guys are gonna vote. I don't even care. Door's unlocked. Okay. It's gonna be a jump scare. Watch. Oh. Wait. Alright. Ready for a loud sound? Oh, there's no loud sound. Oh, there's no jump scare. Wait. Wait, does the other one have a jump scare? The guards are not watching? That's it? Alright. Well, you guys picked guards are watching, so I think you guys lose. I picked the right thing, to be clear. Let's see what TNT minecart is.
Alright, so we're gonna send some flying machines. The guards aren't watching right now, so we're just gonna send...
He's right there. He knows. You know why haven't the guards triggered the ban yet? They technically should already trigger the ban, but whatever.
Some flying machines, alright? Alright.
I bet this plan's gonna fail somehow.
I'll build the flying machines and you could send the TNT minecarts.
That's not a flying. Okay, there you go. That's a full flying machine. Good job.
Alright, let's go. So
Definitely didn't world edit those.
you can place down the TNT minecarts now on the root of dirt. Here is some flying machines.
This is to blow up the outer
Or
bands, by the
TNT
way.
minecarts.
In case you don't know. We're gonna need more than that. Okay, okay.
Alright, we need about 30.
It's going so slowly.
The rail,
so
and you place it
slow.
down, and then this should work. The guards aren't watching, so. Oh!
Oh, so now we know Blonde Burns is playing as the main guard. Okay, well that was fun. As the main character, Blonde Burns is. That. He's like, quick! I'll just break all the minecarts. I'll break all 30 minecarts before they show up. Can it fix this channel's handle? How do you fix a handle? The handle on my main channel is already fixed. I don't know or care how to fix it. The real guides the friends we made along the way. That was a good explosion. YouTube Studio. Ah, yes. Let's go open YouTube Studio real quick. I'll figure it out later. Someone once told me that you can't fix it, which I don't believe. Oh my gosh, it's been 3 hours. Oh my gosh. YouTube.com/handle. Really? YouTube, you actually just typed that? Handle. Hi there, your handle is reserved. Change handle. Okay. Should we make it Canadian the Catboy, or should we make it just like... Probably can't make it Cat... Okay, I just want to see if we can make it Catboy. Okay, we can't. Big surprise. Just wanted to check. Because if so, that would have been a good one to get. Alright, cool. Boom, we did it. Easy. Easy. That was so easy. And now I've probably doxed myself somehow. There's probably some random corner that said my address and I didn't even see it. Will the best stream ever be ending now? It could. Yeah, I don't know where to go from this. I like the idea of doing a stream where I go through every cinematic video I've ever done and explain how they work, because the cinematic videos do a very bad job at explaining. I've wanted to do that for a while. We probably shouldn't now, because viewers have mostly leveled off. Most people won't even see it. And we've already been here for 3 hours. So maybe some other day. Why isn't his Discord server called Canada? Actually, I called it Canadia once. And people hated it. Like, I changed it to Canadia. And they're like, no, change it back to Canadians. So I changed it. I think it's kind of a cool name. It's kind of cheesy, though. It is cheesy to call it Canadia. Would the prison community exist without the Dream SMP? Not the way it does now. No. It's, I don't think it ever would at all, yeah. It is mostly to the credit of the Dream SMP. Well, no, I really wouldn't have done anything. You guys want to hear the complete... I gotta make a video explaining the history of the prison community, because most people do not get it. There are way too many... Everyone either worships Ivory or hates Ivory, and all of them are wrong. It's a confusing situation. It's hard to even talk about, especially because of the Ivory does not like when you talk about it, which is fair. Who is the best escapist? Me. Actually, not really. I've kind of fallen off. I've spent the past 6 months of my time not doing a lot of escaping, and I think some people have got to the point where they might be more knowledgeable than me. Though at the same time, that's a very hard question to ask, and I'd have to think about it for a long time. But I might still say me, because I think I'm one of the few people. I don't mean this in a brag way. I don't mean this accurately. Like I'm probably not actually the best escapist, but I could still list myself. You could make the argument for me because I'm one of the few people at this point that still really tries to record escapes live. I know other people do that. Not live, not like... I just mean like to prove that what you're doing actually works. There are so many escapes these days. A lot of you might not actually be like really involved in the community, but if you see the videos that get like just 1K views of a lot of people doing just escapes for random prisons, it's a lot of the same escapes over and over again, and it uses really complicated like crash server, chunk skip, light suppress, just crazy exploits, banned inputs, stuff that people don't usually test. They tested it once. It's something someone said 6 months ago was possible to do, but no one's ever actually visually seen it possible to do, and then they make a video about it, and then they just put text on the screen that says, I do this exploit and therefore I escape. I feel like enough people do that don't make sure, like they make it too easy. They're just like, oh, your prison exists like this. Well, theoretically, if what this guy said forever ago works and what this guy said forever ago works, then I can use those together and do this escape. And not necessarily. Where's your Windows hotbar? What? Frick. Hello? Hello? Are we still here? Are we still here? Dude, my OBS just completely disconnected. I don't know if we're still on the same stream. No, it'll definitely lag. Okay, we're still here. Okay. Whoa. But yeah, a lot of the time it's just when they explain the history, it's just Poseidon's vault, then Hades' vault, then Gaia's vault, and then Mithridates finally escaped Gaia's vault, and then people stop making prisons. And then that's the history. Can't answer my question. I didn't see Brandon. But what I was gonna say is I want to explain things about history that people don't understand. Who is better, you or Birdman? That's hard to say. It's really hard to say. You can't really make... There are many reasons you can't say who's the best escapist. One, because people are good at different things. Two, because ranking people is never good. And three, because everyone kind of just already knows the same exploits and stuff. If you want to rank people by how creative their escapes are, or how often they come up with new things, and not just use exploits that someone 6 months ago said was possible, that might be your answer. So, But no one does that anymore. There's almost never any new creative escapes. Brandbird had one a while ago, where he used the cat exploit to escape Gaia's Vault of Simiso by bringing invisible cats with him as a visitor and then punching them into the cell for the prisoner to use to obstruct their spawn point and then die and respawn on the roof. That was creative. Zephan had the Enderman exploit. That was creative. That was like the only creative one I've seen from... Well, actually, all of Zephan's are creative, but again, he hasn't uploaded in a while either. I think my last couple were good, but again, I also haven't uploaded in a while because there's not much left to do. Light suppression sounds really cool. It does. Light suppression is my favorite universal escape by far. It's just the coolest one. It's the easiest to do, and it is the most actually universal. People freak out about chunk skipping being universal. No one to this day has even built a chunk skipping machine that people have theorized is possible. Like, they always say it's universal because, you could technically launch explosives with it, and no one's built that. As far as I know, they keep saying, "Oh, you could launch a wither, you could make a chunk skipped wither," but no one's done it. They keep just saying it's possible, and it could be possible. That's totally fine. It could definitely be possible, but light suppression, we already know how to do it. You've seen my explanation of lights unloading the area bands so you can send explosives, and that works with any area band defense. It just deletes all wither defenses pretty much. That's what it does. Like your wither defenses just don't exist anymore. Avatar, you can't just say you've shown how to do it if you haven't actually built it. You've shown theoretical, like, it's like, let me try to come up with a good example for what I'm trying to say, because I feel like I'm not explaining very clearly. You can't just say, like, you can't build plans for a machine and then say the machine works because there's no problem with the plans. That's it. It's a simple case of this would work in theory, not in practice, not necessarily in practice. Is a lag chunk ban possible? Not really. Like, people have built lag chunk, like basically the equivalent of lag chunk bans, but they never. There's always easy ways to cheese them. You can destroy them really easily because they mostly have to use like beacons, for example, and you can avoid them just by lowering your render distance a lot of the time. Depends on the kind of lag. It's different depending on which kind you're talking about. It's funny, I had a similar idea to chunk skipping. It's a very, very long time ago, but I'm not a prison builder or anything, so I'm obviously... Yeah, even Ivory once said, "Oh, I thought of chunk skipping once," which I don't believe, really. Maybe the concept of it, but nowhere near even how it practically logically works. In theory, memory bans work, but I tested it once and it crashed my server and I built it. Yeah, Brandbert, yeah, that's a good idea. Or a good example. Like, you can... A lot of escapes are that. People just say, "Oh, I don't know any reason this wouldn't work, but I'm not going to actually try it. I'm just going to assume it probably works." It makes more sense if you guys actually watched a lot of escape videos. I think some of you do. I think most of the people watching at this point are main prison community people. Piston feed tape chunk ban? What? Should we just watch a bunch of escape videos? They're really cool, though. Like... Oh my gosh. Oh, never mind. A lot of people still kind of just joke that escape, like, prison community is just like, what are they even trying to do? Like, they're trying to build a perfect prison? Just log off. Just don't play on the server. Just play on the alt account. And it's not even about that. Like, people like... I've seen so many people say that I'm one of the smartest Minecraft players, which, thank you, but I can definitely disagree. That, like, there's so much technical things that I know that a lot of my peers know. I've known, like, I talked earlier about Zeonite and how we came up with no regen, a way to completely delete region files, which ended up getting patched. All those crawl glitches that I showed you that I discovered or just came up with. Or, you know, all these ways to break the way that chunk loading works, or, you know, all these absurd glitches and these wither defenses and these just engineering achievements, all because I've been part of the prison community. I've learned the majority I know about Minecraft from the prison community. Like, to study this stuff, it's not about trying to make a prison that you could actually build on a server that someone would willingly let themselves be imprisoned in. It's just, to me, it's just about, like, learning technical stuff. It's a challenge, not a practical challenge, not a literal one. Can you build something? No one's gonna ever want to imprison themselves. No one's gonna willingly imprison themselves. But could you build this? Would it work? And that's why people don't do stuff like drop an area ban item in your inventory. Like, oh, why don't you just area ban them? Wouldn't that be easy? Yes. in a realistic setting, you're on a server, you want to trap someone, area ban them. Just put them in a ban, throw a chunk ban item, ban their inventory, whatever. Fine, do that. That works for that scenario. But in the scenario, like in the, well, I mean, not even in this scenario, like just no scenario. Don't even think realistic scenario. Just think, if I wanted to build a prison that someone would live in, with these challenges. That's why visiting is still a thing people try and make. I've seen comments like, why would you add a visiting process? Even it just makes your prison harder. Just like, don't add a visiting process and it'll be more secure. But that's not the point. It's not just about being more secure. It's about, look at me, I can add a visiting process with all of these security measures and it still works. It's like it's an accomplishment. It's an engineering thing. It's like a flex. It's not really a flex though, because everyone knows how to do it. It's not like it's the same meta every time. Everyone does it the same way, but I mean almost the same way, but just because it has one escape avatar doesn't mean it's dead. Wait, oh, I didn't see the Branbert, you had a prison. Guys, I discovered a way to summon any entity anywhere at any time using incompatible server connections. That's an actually universal escape, guys. I won't tell you how to do it. It's a private exploit. Player chunk skipping has more proof behind it than wither chunk skip? Really? I've never even been able to chunk skip myself. Then again, I'm not the master at chunk skipping specifically. But do you know about anyone building a modern prison on an actual server? No, because they're not worth actually building. They're literally like logistically impractical. They're like, if you wanted to build a prison, you would build Mangrove's Eye. Because Mangrove's Eye is the cheapest. And it just works. It's good enough. And even then, Mangrove's Eye takes forever. And no one would be imprisoned in an area. No one, like, I'll be honest. Like people say, being devil's advocate, no one would ever get imprisoned on a server. Unless it's for roleplay. Like if it's like on Lifesteal or something. Lifesteal actually might be considering making a prison. Probably not, but it's in the realm of possibility. Raven's Revenge. Raven's Revenge is the prison I'm escaping tomorrow. Or the one that the escape video is going to come out for. It's going to come out a while ago, but I had a replay bug where the person I was escaping with had the chat, one of those chat clients that makes it so the chat messages they send can't be reported, and that crashed replay. Like replay would just, like, it area banned replay. The moment they sent a chat message, replay at that timestamp would close and say chat message invalidation failed. Like, validation failed. It was literally a replay area ban. But I figured out how to fix it, so that's why it'll be out soon. Wouldn't you just build the RaiseWorks one? Well, yeah, even that is another thing. The whole idea of prisons is not to be a cell. You want it to be something that anyone could come up to and not be able to break into. But if someone's gonna... there's so many things wrong with prisons. First of all, someone's going to try and escape and fail and trigger the area ban way sooner than you have a chance to break in. That's just going to happen every single time. Like they are way too sensitive, a lot of them. Like their handbooks aren't well fleshed out because the prison hasn't been tested in practice on an actual server, because obviously, except for Gaia's Vault, no one's done that since Gaia's Vault. So every handbook is basically bad in some way, in one way or another. Or incomplete, not ready for every scenario. Or every scenario they should be ready for, not every scenario ever. And then, where was I going with that? So I feel like the kill switch would just get triggered way too soon. Someone would try and pearl onto the roof and ban it, like, a few days after it's finished being built. So cells are kind of better in that sense. I think cells are better. That, like, I've thought that since I first made a cell way back in the beginning of 2021. And I was like, this is perfect. And then people were like, oh yeah, but someone could just throw you ender pearls. Why don't you try making a prison that someone can't break into? And then we spent 2 years trying to figure out how to solve that problem, and now we're here. and people can still break into every prison. So if you're gonna build something on a server, build a cell, then just tell everyone not to free him. If you're actually gonna imprison someone, no one wants him free anyway. So unless they don't, I guess you could log in your alt though, realistically. Oh, wait, let me read through chat real quick. Fishy and Blonde got it to work. Not even as a concept. Not even as proof of concept, but they chunk skipped a player. Oh! Good. Good. I like to see that it's actually been done. That's good. Will you make more Obstacle content? I can't. Do you guys want to see what Obstacle is up to? Jeez, look at this guy. He's become he literally he's like the 2012 YouTuber with the, you know, Afmao, and what are the other ones, like Little Kelly? That's what he's become. Look at him. He's a furry. So he's just making like little kid content. I don't know if his old, and oh my gosh, he uploads like every single day. He uploads like twice a day. What? Oh no, it's just once a day. He's on the grind. Does he still have his prisons listed? They would be here. Hey, he does. Look at those old thumbnails. And now they're all just this. It's a way to do YouTube. I mean, it does really well for you. His sub count has like doubled over the last year, but I don't know. I could never do it. This just feels so corporate and cheap. Feels like the cheap way to do YouTube. I want to make actual... I don't think it's quality. Hom's free. He like pretty much is. Look at him. The prisons were better. Ken didn't see my joke. Sorry. People can break into any prison until now. Introducing Neon Void. Neon Void is the culmination of everything that is wrong with the prison community. It is like every criticism I have put into one prison. It is just everything wrong. It has no reason to be built. Their original plan was to make the thing brick itself if you weren't using it properly. Like, the server would crash. They designed a data pack to try and make the server crash if you didn't use it the right way, which requires like 9 guards to be online at precise positions to load all the chunks. First of all, you need like a 20 gigabyte server to get it to work. And you need a bunch of guards on 24/7. It has no mercy switch. If anything goes wrong, if anyone makes any mistake, it's all permanently banned forever. Which ignores the fact that it's the most... It's so expensive. It is the most expensive prison of all time, and they're doing that on purpose. They don't even care. It is the most expensive prison ever, and it's like one of the most sensitive. So everyone's just going to get permanently banned anyway, like really soon. And, what was the main thing I was going to say? The plan was just so, like, who's going to download it? Who's going to use it, right? Think, the original reason people even downloaded prisons was to, like, roleplay with them, right? But you can't roleplay with it because it's going to brick itself. You can't put it on a server because it's way too big to paste onto a server unless you use the world itself. But it's on a super flat world, so, like, you can't make a schematic of it. It's way too big to build a schematic. And the only other people who are going to use it are escapists, right? Who also can't use it because if you try escaping, it's just going to brick itself. It's just going to crash. And people already know how to escape it. The escape methods are already known. They're not going to patch them. The ones they're just going to pretend they can patch. So the only reason they're making it now is just for escapists. Which begs the question why they even have a fancy cell if no one's ever going to appreciate the fancy cell. I could rant about Neon Void for hours.
Like, what if I leaked Neon? I could leak Neon. I'm not going to. I'm gonna let him finish it. You know the whole reason Neon Void was made was to be a Canadian hate cult? That was the original reason. We confirmed that. They made it just because they hated me and Avatar, and they wanted to get revenge in the most petty way possible. And after we caught them, they decided to continue making it. It's so dumb. It's gonna show up on... In theory, their plan at least is for it to show up on Sven's channel, which it probably won't actually. Sven did volunteer to make the video, but if it ever shows up on Sven's channel, I swear I am gonna make so much fun of it. He better not make it. It's gonna destroy his reputation. People actually think that Sven just makes the best prisons, even though he doesn't actually make them. He was ahead of the curve in the beginning years for the first couple months because he was the main actor in the community. Then more people came in and he got bored of it and he fell behind because he didn't want to make him anymore. If he releases Neon Void, like, Neon Void is backwards compared to how prisons are now. People are going to think that is the pinnacle the community's at. The original... I don't want to bring up drama, but it's also factual. Yeah, there was a lot of drama about it. We should... I really want to expose them. There's so many people who just worship Neon like it's going to be the best prison ever. I realize half the people watching don't even know what Neon Void is. It's just some dumb prison project. Are you going to escape Neon Void? Probably not. I've already seen it. I don't think I have a good enough... I don't have a good enough server to run it. I don't think I had, like, it requires a beefy server. The reason they hate us, by the way, is because they think I ruined the community. It's a whole thing. Which I shouldn't go into because it's about it. It's just because I make fun of bad prisons, and they feel like they don't have the freedom to make bad prisons anymore. Which, to be fair, I probably shouldn't make fun of prisons as much as I do. It was very funny when people release them and be like, "This does this," and then I'm like Arctic Bastion. Arctic Bastion's the perfect example. It made so many claims, and I debunked all of its claims, and then they were like, you know, you shouldn't just... You just hate redundancy. You just hate all of these objective flaws we put into it. Just let us build prisons how we want. You can build prisons how you want. I don't care. But if you just make claims, you call yourself 1,000 times better than any other prison, you put truly inescapable or better than Guy's Vault in the title... I have to make fun of that at least. I have to, like, tease you a bit, okay? I don't care what you build, but you gotta know you're wrong. Oh yeah, they do also hate Brandbert because he also told him. I mean, I kind of get that. A lot of the community is really toxic. They just how do I word it right? They're not good at... There's a lot of communities just in general, in life. It's just a life thing. Where people will just be toxic when you don't know things. And the prison community is really bad at that. There are people who understand everything, or think they do. Because someone 6 months ago somewhere said it. And then people who don't. And when people misunderstand in conversations or debates or discussions, people respond the incorrect way with like, bro, this has been explained before. This is common knowledge. We talked about this forever ago. We had this discussion. I don't know if you weren't there, but this is how this works, by the way. Everyone already knows this. I don't know how you don't. And I can sense the stream going down a hill. Please end on a high note. I'm just ranting. That's all I'm doing now. I'm just going to rant until I have nothing else to rant about. How do I make a redstone activated exit with no command blocks that you can't get through? For example, escape. Oh, the best one Bomb, yeah, I'm glad you also hate Neon. Best way to escape a prison, make a final exit. There's a couple ways. Some of them don't work depending on the circumstance. One way is to dispense water from the ceiling, which doesn't work if someone has like an infinite amount of blocks or something they can nerd pull up with, or if they have a water bucket, which they shouldn't. Never give someone a water bucket in an escape room. You just ruin the whole room. Unless you're really good at making puzzles that buckets don't cheese. That's the main way that people do, because what else are you gonna do? The other way, if you can't do water, is what I did at the end of my hopper room, which is pistons moving a block back and forth really quickly that you can't mine through. Which you have to build a certain way, because if you build it wrong, then you actually can mine through it somehow. But yeah, that's the idea. You just you can't mine through it, and therefore redstone activated. When the redstone triggers, it turns off the back and forth pistons. Prison community transphobia speedrun? Wait, what? Am I missing context? Hey guys, you want to talk about how Neon Void is mostly comprised of people who have been banned from multiple prison community servers, and a lot of it for very intolerant things? Yeah, let's not get into that. Just mentioning transphobia reminded me of that. They are crazy. They are the full-on cult. I can finish my prison now. Yo, guys, since I'm gonna finally start escaping those prisons that everyone made, a little bit, not today, not tomorrow, but it maybe in like a week. All those escape rooms I asked for months ago, but I haven't yet. There technically still isn't a time limit. If you guys on stream still want to make some to submit for that video that I'm gonna make in a couple weeks, you can, because I haven't looked at any of them yet. I haven't downloaded any of them yet. There's like 60 though. I'm not gonna download all 60, so there's a chance you're not gonna show up. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's over 100. I think people have sent over 100 escape rooms. Oh, you want to see prisons, not escape? Well, stay on this channel then. We're gonna keep. You want to hear anything about prison tech, prison escapes, technical prison community stuff, anything that has to do with just regular prison community I've been talking about, not escape rooms, stay on this channel. Subscribe. I don't usually say that because I don't care to, but like if that's what you want, that's gonna stay on this channel. We're gonna keep doing technical prison stuff. And I'll probably do it better than I've ever done it before, and not because the old format of just cinematic escapes is not good. You can't learn from those. I want to make more commentary and talk about. I want to teach people things. I want them to know the things I've learned, and that's gonna be on this channel over time, and more fun escapes and other whatever the heck I want to upload. Do Guardian's Vault without any tools? Okay. Some of the. Hey, do you guys want to look at some bad escaping is too easy suggestions? Are you gonna make a video on community escape rooms or stream it? I'll make a video, main channel video. Yeah. I don't want to stream it because I'll probably do poorly. How did you make the train moving? I'll probably explain it one more time. So the train, as I've said a few times, but just really quickly, gonna summarize again. The train in the last video moves in different ways depending on what I'm doing. Most of the time, it's not moving at all. Anytime you see it moving, of course it's moving. When it's like a far away shot, far away third person, we just use world edit to pace the train one block forward and then speed up the footage by a ton, and it looks like it's going fast. And then anytime I'm like inside the train and you look out and see the terrain moving behind you, the train isn't moving, it's just the terrain moving, and someone else is doing a command to move it. I'm not the one doing it, someone in spectator is. And then again, you speed up the footage and it looks like it's moving quickly. And that's it. Apparently just telling people to subscribe can increase subscriptions by a lot, so you really should. Look, I know that. I know there's a lot of things you can do
I know saying subscribe, hit the bell icon. I know that objectively works. It's just cringe YouTuber stuff. I know it makes, like, it gets you more subscriptions. I know what gets you more views. I know how to play the YouTube game. I just don't like it. I don't like being a YouTuber like that. I just want to make videos. I don't, like, I mean, yeah, I want to be able to be sustainable, but I don't need extra subscribers. I don't need, so I don't want to be cringe. Yeah, I don't want to be like everyone. I don't want to be like the other girls. I'm not like the other girls. So, so, but between getting more subscribers and acting like an annoying YouTuber, I'd rather, or between getting more subscribers and acting like an annoying YouTuber, or getting less subscribers and having more quality content, I would rather have more quality content, which is why I like never ask for subscriptions. I don't want subscribers. I just want your money. Yes, guys, I just want your money. This channel isn't even monetized. I just want. I had one I thought was good. Make it look like you escaped the prison on accident. Dude, that is a good one. Where can I find info about Neon Void? I think they might have a public Discord. They'll just tell you propaganda about how it's the world's best prison, and then show you pictures that like Blarpity made of like tiny pieces of the exterior they've made so far. Ken is gonna make a video saying all his prison knowledge, and then we are gonna get 800 Grandmasters. That's the plan. I just noticed you guys can look at the whole retention graph. I didn't even think about that. You can see this is the part where I was talking about the behind the scenes, and then this is the part where I was ranting. And you can see the average viewers just drops, gets cut in half. I don't care. I'm not here for the views. I'm just here to have fun. You don't even have to want our money for us to give it to you. So, one of the problems with the Escaping is Too Easy series is I wanted it to be all about problem solving, because it by the name of the series, literally, escaping prisons is too easy. It's the same escapes over and over again. You mine in, and you get out. Like a lot of old ones, just poorly made prisons. So I thought maybe this could be interesting if I had a challenge so that I still had to do problem solving. And that's what some of the old ones were. Like, ridiculous stuff like, oh, how can I type out this message if I can only hit each key once? I have to hold down these keys at this time. I have to use S to move instead of W because I want to use the W key later. Or like, I have to use these beds to rotate my screen since I don't have a mouse. Or just stuff like that. Something that would never be useful in an actual escape because you have freedom. But you can do in these challenges. But then what people suggest is, oh, do it but without your monitor on. Which, first of all, there's no way to verify that I'm even doing that legit. Because you can fake that. Even if the monitor is shown on camera as covered, you can still fake it. And since I know how to fake it, I don't want to do it because I'll just be tempted to fake it. And they'll just say things like, do lower FOV and you have a texture where every block looks the same. They all look like completely dark, and you have a warden spawning behind you every 30 seconds. And it's just things like like it's skill-based things, which I can do skill-based things. That's fine, but that's not what the series was supposed to be. It's supposed to be trying to figure out what the meta is. What tricks do I have to learn about Minecraft? What new things do I have to realize? Like, oh, realize that you can place a bed on grass even if you're facing 0-0. And that's the only way you can really place a bed is on something like grass that destroys itself. Because you can't get the right angle, for example. Or, you know, how can you start, like, change your keybinds when all you have is a mouse? Well, if you know, turn off your router, then log back into the server. You can get on the pause screen, and then you can change the things, so you don't have to use the escape key. It's problem solving like that. That's what I like. I don't like just. I don't like it to be just like a skill thing. It's people who can Avatar called. Oh, the question must have been like, who are counted as grandmasters, super grandmasters. We just decided anyone who fully understands the prison meta is a super grandmaster, and there really aren't as many people as there should be. Big surprise, no, Sven is not one of them. He's not been involved. I cannot believe people still think he's like the greatest prison builder of all time. He's fine. He's a good person. Nothing against Sven, but he's just not, like, he's not been active. He doesn't, like, he hasn't been involved with, like, modern development. He doesn't know as much anymore. If he knew enough, he wouldn't release Neon Void. The list of people, again, it's a subjective list, but the people I think, as far as I know, have a full understanding of the prison meta. Sad thing is the whole list of people are all people who, like, are of that culture that someone tests something once and then you assume it works and it's only theoretical. We're all just bad. We're all incompetent. We're all terrible people. But it's me, of course, Avatar, which is why I like shouted him out. I think more people need to watch Avatar. He possibly knows more than I do even. He's very underrated. Same with Branbert, to an extent. Branbert is better than Canadian Gang, you know. Branbert knows everything. He actually does not. No one knows everything. I don't mean, just in general, no one knows everything. But Zephin was one of them. ZFNQRZJT. And Crisp. I think those are the only ones. There might be one other. Oh, sometimes I think maybe Aqua, but actually these days not Aqua anymore. Yeah, actually not Aqua. Aqua used to be. I don't think he is anymore. No, Blob? Blob? No. No, Blob is Blob has the same amount of knowledge about prisons as he had 365 days ago. He is... That's not actually true. I don't mean that. I hope he's not watching. But he's not been up to date. If you see someone in Neon Void, chances are they are not one of the smartest people. Fishy and Leon definitely could be candidates. I don't know enough about Fishy and Leon and what they know, so I don't know. But Ken, Avatar, Branbert, Zeph, and Crisp are all the ones I'd list. Crisp with okay. You guys should watch more Zephin. Dude, I'm gonna shout out Zephin right now. Just because. He doesn't speak. But he's one of the few people who makes escape videos that use unique methods every time. A lot of people just do the same tricks, same end exploit, wither drill, and stuff. But I feel like almost all of his are something new. Fox exploit was like crazy. This is the only time this has ever been used. This is the Enderman exploit, and they're always like prison specific, which is so cool. I like when it works specifically on that prison, like when it's just a weakness with the way it's built, and it's not universal. Universal escapes just kind of always feel hollow, which I know is it's coming from me. That's, but like. They're all good. I mean, using his Elio Citadel escape was sending flying machines over to under it back when it was hollow below, and there were items in the flying machines, and then he basically forced them into an item elevator so that they would get sent up into the cell, or so they'd get sent up. No, it wasn't even that. It was so they would get sent up into the ban machine. So the ban machine would get clogged and disabled. And this one was also great. It uses multiple portals to first disable the trap portals and then block the trap portal signal from sending the signal that, hey, trap portals have been disabled, to activate the area ban. That gets disabled. To be fair, I also independently came up with that, but he also did, so. Pulsar one's cool. He uses sand. He launches sand to block the beacon. You should just watch a lot of these. Some of them, again, they are the cinematic style videos, so again, it's hard to understand what's going on a lot of the time if you don't know a lot. I think they're able to get. I think you could watch them and understand them. But yeah, I better refresh this page right now and see him at more subscribers than 478. If not, I'm gonna be so mad. 480. Good job, guys. Good job. I'm not sure if Crisp qualifies anymore. Actually, to be fair, Crisp honestly might. People overrate Crisp. Like, Crisp knows a lot. More than a lot of people do. She's part of the technical, like, Minecraft community. Literally just full-on technical person. But in terms of just the prison meta specifically, if that's what you're judging by, just how much you know about this specific meta, Crisp is maybe not the most knowledgeable, but it's mostly just because she's been inactive for a really long time. Okay, sorry, I'm going to read back to the comment, or some of your things you said. Crisp made a wither patch before the pyramid. Yeah, that's true. But again, that was back in the day. Crisp definitely qualified before, but these days, maybe not. Jerry Lim wasn't even the first to use TNT minecarts. I'm pretty sure Zephin was. Actually, no, Zephin wasn't even. No, Zephin wasn't even. No, it was some other guy. It was some guy a long time ago. Who like told it to like Zephin or to Jerry, and then like both of them knew it, and then I got told it by Jerry, and then I found out that Zephin did it forever ago. In like this video, like this video. Look at this, a year ago. July 30th, which is well before the small vault escape. Stop spoiling it. I have to close my eyes and ears. Oh, it's a joke. I see. Oh, people are just arguing over whether Crisp is a super GM. It's a subjective list. Ranking, I don't like ranking people. I don't want to be like, oh, you're not good enough to qualify for the list. It's a gray area. Okay, let me see. The Discord server is full of furries. It is. Zephin is 484 subs now. That's good. What is a Mifro deck? That's a good question. What is a Mifro deck? I subscribed to Zephin watching this. Nice. That's good. They're actually kind of bingeable. I remember binging Jerry Lum for the first time. Like, Jerry Lum, there are 3 people who definitely inspired me to start making escape videos. First is Ivory, of course. You know, as most people. Ivory wasn't the main thing. Ivory just kind of, I was just like, oh yeah, I guess this is really interesting. Then I binged Jerry Lum's videos. I've loved Jerry Lum's videos so much. I still think I've never made a video better than a Jerry Lum video. His cinematics, no one has reached his like quality of cinematics, in my opinion. Not even me. I love Jerry's old videos from way back in the day, from years ago. It's like nostalgia. And the third person is very ironically, you're probably gonna laugh at me. But the person who actually like lit the spark to make me actually start making escapes was Fa. Cause she just asked me to be in like one of her escape videos, and the escape was like bad, and I suggested a better way to do it. I was like, you could just do it this way. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait, it's really easy to come up with these. And over time I started coming up with escapes. And now we're here. And look where we are now. You guys should watch Jerry Lum too. If any of you have not watched a single Jerry Lum cinematic, oh my gosh. If you love my escape videos, please click on Google, search Jerry Lum, click on playlists, click on Epic Prison Escape playlist.
With Smith's delivery.
Don't watch the ads, and watch all 10 of these. Oh my gosh. This is where the end exploit comes from. You guys remember that? That's Jerry. Oh my gosh. I love Jerry Lum. Jerry was the GOAT. He was literally the GOAT. Like, he was the only he was the only one you could call a super GM at the time. Number one escapist. He's gonna spoil Jerry Lum too. I almost kind of want to watch Jerry Lum videos on stream, but that's partly just because I want to watch Jerry Lum videos. I watched a lot of Jerry Lum, but that's good. That's good. Hey Ken, check my DMs from a few hours ago. Shoot, what? Oh my gosh, I did not realize. I have to respond to people real quick. Oh, this is not good. Okay, so before you start your stream... Uh-oh. Would you like to be... I shouldn't read this out loud on stream. I don't know. Avatar, I'll just probably not. Okay. We're back. We're good. We're good. But is everything okay? I don't know if everything's okay. Dude, I'd honestly be down to just binge all of Jerry Lum's cinematics on stream. I shouldn't, though. You guys should just... Okay, what would be the total amount of time, though? This is basically like 7 minutes, 8, 9, 10, 14. It's probably like half an hour. It's like half an hour of footage. Maybe we should just watch one. We should pick one. Which one is the best one? I'm asking people who've seen him. Avatar, Branbert, Bommy, I think is still here. He's probably seen him. What is like the number one Jerry Lum cinematic? Oh my gosh, this was the first use of a ZPI ever. And this was the first like cinematic to use TNT minecarts. And this was the first use, I think, of an area ban as an escape use tactic instead of just a prisoner like a prison thing. People are alright. End exploit. Someone has to go. See ya. This stream's probably gonna end soon anyway. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really around for the Jerry Lum area. I joined when Mount Olympus came out. Funny thing. I want to say this. The end exploit came out days before I released Elio Citadel. Like, I was gonna release it, then I had to delay it by a week, and then the end exploit video came out, and so Elio Citadel became the first prison to patch the end exploit, at least partially. There was actually a bypass, but it was the first to attempt to patch it because, like, I saw that everyone freaked out. They thought it was a universal method, and then I patched it and then released, and I was like, boom. What is a ZPI? See, this is why. This is why I want to make a video and just talk about and explain escapes and prison knowledge, because there's just things like that people should know that don't know. Old version of Minecraft. Basically, in 1.16 Spigot or prior, or 1.17 Paper and earlier, anything after those versions, they didn't work. There was you could put an area ban with just the right amount of data into an item frame, and it was... A ZPI stands for Zone Protection Item. It was basically a force field. Like, it was literally It was literally like a band force field with a wide area. And when you placed it, anyone in the range could stay in there, but no one could enter it. No one could respawn in there. No one could log on in there without getting banned. It was so cool. You can't make them anymore in the later versions. But ZPIs were like... Yeah, ZPIs are a crazy concept. I think the way it was used in this escape is basically a bunch of escapists enter the exit portal all at the same time. Like, they break in. An exit portal opens up for the end of the visiting process. All the escapists enter the portal. I think there was only like a couple. There's probably only like one. The guards immediately freak out, but the escapists hijack the prison's guard calling system, which activates all the guards' stasis chambers. So the prisoners then place a ZPI down, and all the guards with all their stasis chambers all teleport to their stasis chambers, which means that they all enter the range of the ZPI, and so all of them instantly get kicked, but all the escapists don't, because they were in range when they placed it, obviously. And then they just like walk around and then like do whatever they want. Yeah, let's watch the end exploit one. End exploit is the most famous exploit. We're gonna ignore this. It's like the classic, when you just think of an exploit in the community, it's like the quintessential one. Well, I'll show you. We'll just watch this one. It's one of the best ones. Also one of the best music. I'm only scrolling down so you don't sit, so I'm not like advertising the ad. I don't know if there's any like community guidelines against that. There aren't. There definitely aren't, but whatever. Skip. All right. Oh wait, this is gonna be a bit loud. Featuring no idea who was a speedrunner back then, like an escape room speedrunner or a prison speedrunner. That's what I mean. He beat some of Jerry Lum's speedrun records. So to explain what's happening, in case some people know, this person actually doesn't have outer bands, so he's just basically glitching through the wither defense. Claudia prisoner! I forgot how slow this started out. It starts out slow, but they disable. Anyway, yeah, they trigger the kill switch basically.
Are we talking about losing control?
And then they start a visiting. A visit. They start a visit. With Jerry Lum as the visitor.
Watch this. Marty Mark. Watch the way I start up. I've been going hard.
I feel like I'm explaining this to just one person. I'm sure that like 90% of people watching probably have already know the end exploit, but whatever.
Yeah, she loved me. Say she loved the way my chain sit and contemplate. And of course it says my name if you want to wait. To let you know who's finna blow. Always win and check the scope. I'm only
going through all the kill checks, as you do. Gotta die after you set your spawn, but don't click respawn yet. Stasis check. Okay, basically, in case you're among the few people who still don't understand how it works, and this is why the cinematic escape video, like, format is kind of confusing. The whole point of a kill check is to make sure that the visitor doesn't have any items. And so, but your spawn is set in the cell. So what they do is after they respawn, they take a stasis chamber to the end, get all the items they want, and then jump back through the portal. So they basically just bypass the kill check. They respawn back, or they enter the exit portal, which puts them back in the prison with all the items they want. Basically meaning the kill check didn't even matter. And that's the end exploit. And that was the first time it was like ever published. And yeah, Jerry Lum is a legend. Go watch Jerry Lum and Zephyr and Avatar. Just watch everything. Just only watch the things I'm interested in. That's what I'm saying. Well, I understand what's going on, but I didn't see it before. You can kind of understand, but to fully understand, you have to watch it a couple times. In my opinion, I've had to watch Escapes a couple times back and around to fully get them. Especially because a lot of times the most crucial moments that you have to put in your mind are only shown for like a split second. Especially with modern Escapes, they have like 10 minutes. They have like 30 seconds of showing you mining, 30 seconds of you like just building a light suppressor or whatever, and then like 2 seconds where they put text on the screen that explains what the flaw is. So you have to pause at that moment, and that's when you learn. And that's the only thing you need. You can just learn the escape really quickly by just looking at that. And that's what modern escapes are like. The old ones are better. Like that's what I was talking about. JLM's back in the day, the old quality. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, it's been almost 4 hours now. We should probably end the stream. Just because, you know, I have other things to do today. Like edit that video I said was coming out tomorrow. Should probably, you know, actually make sure it comes out tomorrow. Oh, no, I'm just going to escape test it. Anyway. Yeah, maybe I'll stream again sometime. I like the idea of doing a stream after a main channel video and just talking. I'll probably do that more often. Like next video I upload, I'll probably come on and do another Q&A for that video too, and so on. Maybe. If it's a good enough video that it needs a behind the scenes look. Because I kind of like this. This is fun. Ken, don't listen to Bacon. Can the cat look at my explanations to Pripun exploits? What? What are your explanations to Pripun exploits? Light suppression is where you suppress light by destroying torches. Brilliant. Brilliant. Revolutionary. In the rules, it has to be escapable. What? Finally, I can sleep. Thanks a lot for the stream. You really lightened my mood. Oh, I'm glad, I suppose. I'll try to come next time. That's good. All right. Yeah. Should we wait till it gets to the 4 hour mark? It's 7 minutes from now. Yeah, probably not. We should just end here. That's the end button. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you actually enjoyed the stream. I hope it was like tolerable. I don't know if my audio is okay. It's usually not good. But I think it was okay. I didn't check. I can't hear it. But anyway, yeah. All right. See you sometime soon. I'm gonna upload soon. I'm not dead anymore. I'm alive. Main channel videos. Get excited. Tell your friends and family. Tell your school. Tell your pets. Tell everyone. Just add everyone. Bye.